Hello, are there any Sims out there?
Man, the Ignite thrown down onto Perkz. He's down to 200 HP. The flay into all the autos. Rekkles runs out of ammo, needs to reload, and that's when Hillydin.
Oh my goodness.
Again with the flay. We'll get Mickey
This
down
is
to 200
perfect.
and now start to focus on the wave. HP advantage, I think maybe marginally too Fnatic, but Perkz a little healthier right now.
I mean, this is just making all the jungle pathing really, really awkward because Jankos is up top side of the map, but now his bot lane is taking really brutal trades in the bot side, so he runs back down to secure his second red buff of the game, but walked over a ward. So now Fnatic do know that he's in the bottom lane, but I don't think they would expect the level 2.
Oh, the ward's going to come out from Rekkles.
Let's take a look what Jankos can do. Flash
Oh,
is available
excuse
for
me.
Rekkles and Hilly.
Hot.
Jankos, he needs to walk in, and I remember the very first time Set debuted on our stage, Dracos and Ender were ranting about it all day long, and all they said was to deal with Set, you just walk away.
Yeah.
Rekkles and Hilly listened to that advice, and they did so in that game.
They noticed that Mickey and Perkz were running straight at them, and they were like, nah, this doesn't feel chill at all.
Kind of obvious.
Yeah,
actually.
so they gave that one away. At the very least, they
Hello.
relieved some of the pressure from
Hello, Sims.
Rekkles and Hylissang now going to look for the reset, and so peace will return to the Rift.
I mean, forget the relief of pressure on the bot side. Like, Jankos is now so far behind in the jungle. Selfmade is a full 2 camps ahead of him. He's done both of his super high XP camps, which is going to be the Grump, as well as getting onto the Krugs now. And Jankos being delayed may not be able to play for both Scuttle Crabs, because now Selfmade is on the top side of the map and could either look to gank top lane, or, since there's a giant wave there, probably just the Crab instead.
So this is the thing. The fact that Jankos is able to steal away the red buff means that he still has his whole top side clear. And notice that the Azir and Wonder also have push, which makes it harder for Selfmade to actually set up that invade. So he's now just going to be forced to reset. He's still only level 3. So I think that while yes, he definitely is behind, my biggest concern would have been, is Wonder going to die here? But as you identified, Ender, that huge stacking wave up top made it harder.
Yeah, the thing is with jungle camp respawn timers, they're so low now that I feel like you aren't actually, like, Jankos will be punished here because all those camps on the top side, yes, they are up, but they're still level 1 camps, and those give you significantly less experience than the second cycle of camps that are going to be coming through. And because Selfmade started on his Wolf camp, that's already going to be returning to the map, so he's going to be hitting level 4 first, and should be on pace to reach level 6 first, which is a massive breakpoint on the Hecarim.
Thing is, if you're Ender in this situation, you're falling a little bit behind, you would just come mid lane and you would take your mid laner's farm, and then suddenly the XP difference is gone.
I'm not surprised to hear that from what I know of Ender's jungling style, but in comparison to the previous game, Ender, you were talking a lot about how Jankos, when he was playing into the Lilia, could not let off the steam. You know, he played early, he got advantages, and he needed to keep that up. How problematic will this be for him because of how far behind he is? You've already touched on the level 6 advantage, which is massive on a Hecarim.
Yeah, well, I do want to say it's not like he's super far behind right at this point in the game, because he's on the set, so his early game impact is still going to be felt. He just hasn't taken a recall yet, so he has now stabilized in terms of overall CS, but Selfmade will be a little bit ahead in EXP. I'm checking it right now. They're about dead even, but with the opportunity to go for more camps here on the Hecarim, he's going to be just fine and not set behind all by the early red.
Punch him in the face! Jankos not able to, as Bwipo's able to escape, just shadowing that top lane, so Wonder will be able to pick up a lot of farm there underneath his tower, and we catch a quick glimpse of Selfmade now coming in behind Nemesis as the wave has been pushed forward.
Yeah, Selfmade just on a full clear path, whereas what I want to see from Jankos in the next couple of minutes, especially now that Wonder is getting close to level 6, and Bwipo has spent his teleport into the top lane, is Jankos playing through bottom lane around the GP ultimate, and also to pick up the early Infernal Drake. I think Caps has had pretty good control over this mid lane wave, and Set very adept at taking early dragons, and this would put G2 on pace to go for the early sword.
What do you guys think of this Azir into Orianna matchup? And I know we've talked a lot about how it'll be influential in the later stages of the game, but in comparison to many other picks that Caps could have gone with, has it caught us a little off guard?
Well, I think that Ender actually summarized it really well as a hook does land for Mickey.
Well, Hylissang will be in some trouble. Teleport comes out now. That'll be from Bwipo. Correction, Nemesis. He makes himself in the bottom lane. The Shockwave is flashed away from.
And
While that's going on, Core the Forge God comes out. Wonder is going to flash under the turret. The Ignite is burning him down. Won't be able to pick up the kill just yet. And Fnatic, they don't find the kill in either lane.
Yeah, I really like how they played that right there with Selfmade coming into the top side after seeing Jankos down bottom lane, and even Nemesis's teleport bot side gets the flash out of Mickey. So Nemesis will fall behind, loses out on CS, but I think the minions that were perhaps lost by Wonder in the top lane during that dive will make up for it just a little bit.
The unfortunate situation for Fnatic right now is that there's no Rift Herald to trade it for. Of course, this will allow Bwipo to get a little bit of farm and XP back, and they'll force the TP out from Wonder. But given that Bwipo already used his TP, no real advantage gained. So I feel that G2 were the overall winners of this. The fact that Fnatic were forced to burn both their teleports relatively early on means that the bot lane 2v2 of Perkz and Mickey is going to be a lot safer. And remember that with this 2v2 of Rekkles and Hylissang, I think there's a lot of strong playmaking tools that they actually have. And the fact that there are fewer members to be able to make that a reality makes this a little bit easier.
Hello?
To note, Selfmade has ultimate, and he's up in the
Hello?
top lane.
Hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there?
We'll be able to tag onto Wonder. The devastating charge follow-up after. Continues to run him down.
Look, it's the LEC.
One last auto. Plus the skill from Bwipo will pick up first blood to Fnatic.
So the repeat gank coming in from Fnatic up towards the top side. You don't typically play through an Ornn lane, but if you're able to put down a gank plank, that's definitely a favorable situation for you. And the fact that he did burn his teleport and his flash earlier made it very easy for Fnatic to execute. So that GP is going to lose a lot of farm.
Yeah, a lot of Selfmade's ideas, I think, in the early game
Whoa.
to play on the
No.
opposite side
Stop.
of Jankos. You see he did hit level 6
lady.
first, like we were talking about earlier. But when you are playing the more scaling
No,
farming pick,
we
the
don't
good
do that.
idea is to play away from G2, or play away from Jankos. So while the Dragon goes down, while all the vision has been invested from G2 on the bottom side, Selfmade can find these
Oh
games
God,
because
that was
it's
a bad
almost like
sound.
playing like an old Predator Gragas, having that
I got
movement
cheese
speed
crackers
that you can
stuck
come
in
out
my
of river
lips.
so quickly, and the vision doesn't really matter for Wonder unless he's playing super safe in the lane.
We saw Wonder getting some support there from Jankos. Is now
Hello.
Selfmade. No
Well.
ultimate available. Mickey and Perkz immediately back away. And while there's no flash on Mickey,
I'm gonna
he
flame
wasn't
the
really a big threat. The
LEC.
big minion wave as well pushing.
I'm gonna flame the LEC so
Yeah, but
hard
check
right
it out,
now.
right? Like the second Jankos is going up topside for the Herald, which you expect after the Dragon goes down. Selfmade's bot lane, but here comes G2, classic mid game.
Oh, the dredge line connects perfectly. The root as well, and Cap slays Nemesis with the help of a bot lane roam from G2.
That's about as classic G2 as it gets. The flash from Mickey as well to commit to that play, and Nemesis without any cleanse couldn't get out of that situation. And Jankos making his way up towards the top side of the map. They have their eyes on Bwipo, no flash, but does have the ult.
And there's support coming. 1, 2, 3 members of G2. Mickey could decide to go deeper into the lane. Blast cone popped over the wall.
Oh, here we go, Bwipo. Can you make the outplay? There's no mid.
Corner
They're waiting for the next
Forge
wave.
God is with him.
Come on,
Has
Bwipo,
no
get back
mana,
to
though.
base.
Oh,
Get back
this is
to
so
base.
scary. There are 4 G2 members in the top lane. Dredge line catches him. He cannot hit the ram.
5.
And Wonder manages to get the kill with the Perkz ultimate. That's a 5-man stack in the top lane.
Poor Bwipo. Oh,
Oh,
add
this is
insult to
huge.
injury. The Gangplank ultimate comes down as well. Everything coming together for G2 right now. They've got the Herald too. It's so much. There's so much pain for Fnatic right now.
No, it was so nicely done by G2 because this is actually the waterfall effect. You saw Selfmade go for the gank in the bot side. So what happens when G2 lose their vision and know their junglers around them? They run mid lane. They get the kill in mid lane. What happens after that? Well, they take that mid lane pressure they just gained by getting the kill and they convert it into a top lane dive. And the whole while they're sitting on the GP ultimate to be able to slow down the push on the bot side and only give up 3.
Oh, and look at these lane assignments too. Caps coming down bot lane with Mickey. They actually know they
Oh,
can use
hello.
G2, 'cause Caps
Hey,
has-
Simp.
Mickey does as well.
There's a depth charge available. Reckless is the target. The Hylissang gets caught out. He will get the summoner heal. This buys some time. Empress Divine gets rid of Reckless. The curtain call is available. There's not enough mana for Reckless. Decides to hold on to that one.
I see you too, Simp.
Blocked as well.
Alright, so we're gonna instant replay of this 2 versus 2. The thing to note here is that the Nautilus ultimate follows the target. Reckless takes the lantern, and he actually just like, oh no, I realized the pass.
No, it's the Shirimi Shuffle! The Shirimi Shuffle!
Oh, such fantastic work by the Observer team.
Someone call Yone.
G2 picking up their third kill of the game. They are now one.
Alright, I'm gonna watch the game for a minute and eat. I'll be right back.
On to Wonder. But Nash's Tooth has been completed by Caps. He's been involved in 100% of the team's kills thus far. Has
Oh my.
roamed to every single lane. And now
Wait a minute, he's
Selfmade
alone.
is
He's
really
completely
awkward.
alone.
Oh man, this is how horses get turned into glue, but he will use the Onslaught of Shadows, will get out for now, and the Lantern is there. Fnatic were able to get him out safety, but at what cost? Bellows Breath from Bwipo, he's gonna dash forward, call the Forge Guards available, and I don't think he'll get the secondary proc. Maybe he will. No, he will. Not another kill. Selfmade maybe baiting Bwipo in.
Caught us off guard there with that horse forward.
Not meant to call it.
Okay, first of all, why would you fucking do that?
Anyway, getting back on topic. Good punish there from G2. And
You
I feel like
shithead.
we're seeing the poor coordination from Fnatic that we saw in last game. Self-made invading when he had no pressure anywhere on the map. Bwipo then trying to come down and help, and he ends up putting
Poor
himself in an awkward situation. This is now going to give G2 another Drake. And while
coordination?
G2 are making a lot
Is
of
that all?
plays in this early game, it feels like one of
Poor
those-
coordination on that?
I do think Mickey actually misplays here pretty majorly.
What the fuck ever.
So Mickey's auto attack to CC.
That is bullshit. Straight bullshit.
Deny Selfmade from getting his ultimate off, but then
Fake news!
on the wall. So a couple of mechanical blunders there from Mickey results in them not being able to finish off Selfmade.
And then Bwipo walks straight over control wall that's sitting in the river. 5 members of G2 are able to collapse, and they just are able to make up for it. So Bwipo was like, don't worry, Mickey, I got you, and ends up donating a kill.
Now, I think it is important to call out that the gold difference is not that significant as Bwipo is under some threat from Wonder. Will get a teleport here from Nemesis. And looking at the minimap, there are some G2 members around, but there's 2 dragons inside G2.
Alright, I'm back.
We are playing for Oceans.
I mean, this entire series, Wonder's just been able to draw so much pressure from Fnatic playing in the 1v1 up there. You know, he drops his ultimate, that's immediately a teleport. The rest of Fnatic comes running up to the top lane. It does mean he doesn't have the cannon barrage to delay the push coming through, so Fnatic will be able to trade plates pretty freely here, but perhaps it's going to be bonside getting sent to.
Well, let's see how Fnatic starts to recover from this. It feels like a few extra punches from G2 are landing, but because we are even in gold thus far and towers, plates are still being traded top and bottom, the team fight compositions are still powering up, and I'm anticipating some saucy fights as we progress towards the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have some team fight comps. I think that the gold is telling us a really interesting story, because it feels like I've seen this before. The solo lanes of G2 have, like, really big gold advantage, and then you pan bot lane. It's like, I thought Perks was doing fine, but Reckless just has a 1k gold lead.
And a lot of that obviously coming off the back of the turret plays that he was able to pick up as well. Something that we often see from Fnatic. Nemesis going to close some of that gold, actually put Fnatic in a position where they are actually leading for the time being. And when we bring the items back up, I want to draw your attention to where some big spikes have come through. So, Trinity Force sitting on top of Selfmade. This man has been the carry for Fnatic. He's a player that was supposed to be brought in
Hello?
to over Broxer and help take this team to newer heights. Ever since they've been playing carry junglers, he has been standing out. He has to do it again today on the Hecarim. He's sitting mid lane with his team. Helisang is top
Oh, man.
alone.
He's waiting, right? Obviously, G2 don't know he's in the bush, and the rest of Fnatic were considering him.
Hello? Hello?
They absolutely are. The man you were just talking about is Selfmade. He gets caught backwards by the Emperor's Device.
Another Shirimi Shuffle!
Goes down onto Perks though, and there's no further follow-up from the rest of Fnatic. That dredge line.
Got that fucking Shirimi Shuffle in, bruh.
It may just be the ultimate caster curse there. As we start
I'll be right back.
I mean, this game is such a challenge for Selfmade because they went very early for this Hecarim that he's looked so good on. But all these tools to kite back and punish him when he goes for the commitments are going to be rough. Here we go, fight mid.
All right, there's the showstopper onto Nemesis. He's going to get some damage and taken down. And the tower falls as well. Bwipo throws out Call of the Forge God, but there's no follow-up.
It's a 3 versus 5 Fnatic. What are you thinking?
Fnatic tried to defend their mid-tier 1 and it just ends up being more gold in the pockets of G2. We see Hylissang sitting in this brush, Wonder completely unawares, but it also means that they're a man down in this upcoming fight.
I mean, Fnatic just baited us into thinking that they were going top lane, but they didn't bait Fnatic or G2.
Fnatic commit to this fight, and it's exactly as you said in draft, and every time this man goes in, there's nothing that he can do because of champions like the Azir. Nemesis and Rekkles then realize that they're in an awkward situation, they have to disengage, and at this point you're like, okay, concede the tower. Meanwhile, Hylissang
The
still
observers are
sitting
so
in
rude.
top lane, but they're also bringing our attention to the fact that Hylissang was not involved in that fight, and what were we saying last game, Ender? 3v4, 4v5, every single fight, it was like Fnatic were taking it at a numbers disadvantage, and now they might be fighting another one.
They absolutely are. That's a double TP from G2.
Oh, Caps!
The Emperor's Divide over the wall! Caps, the best mid laner in EU, managing to set it up for Perkz to pick up the kill onto Hilly. Turns the attention onto Selfmade, and now Nemesis is running for his life. That was beautiful from Cap.
Caps never fails to impress, and G2 are going for it. They want Rekkles.
Rekkles is absolutely being taken out. Mickey uses the stopwatch to buy some time. 4 members of Fnatic are dead at G2's hands.
Caps just claps and he stops the Fnatic run back. It is unbelievable how clean he is playing right now. Let's get an immediate replay of this as we can see Fnatic trying to get some control over the top side river. You can see they do have numbers here. Jankos contesting within the double TP immediately, and this is where we get to see the play. Look at the moves, look at the plays, flies
It's
in.
instant, too. He sees them hit the blast cone and immediately is over the wall with the ultimate ready to go. Hand-delivered the team fight to the rest of G2.
Caps is just too damn good at League of Legends, and he is making the difference in this series as Nemesis then gets chased down along with Rekkles afterwards.
Absolutely the case. Mickey sets it up for Perkz. Manages to play that one as we come back to live.
Hello, Nemesis is top lane, no teleport.
Fnatic were trying to start the Dragon. Bwipo should be able to escape with his life here. And the Dragon will be secured by G2. Gold is now just shy of 3,000 at 3 Dragons to 1. 10 kills to 1. And it's starting to look all too familiar from what we've been seeing in G2 versus Fnatic in 2020.
G2 not giving Fnatic any time to breathe in this game either, because we talked about it right at the Ocean Soul in just under 5 minutes time, and with the advantages that Caps has, I mean, like, what 2K in both solo lanes for G2? I can't imagine how Fnatic are supposed to run into this backline, because G2 outputs so much damage.
They absolutely do, and for Fnatic, the way the game started in the series, starting to get very excited as Game 2 and Game 3 have played out. It's just a stark reminder of the head-to-head between these respective teams. 1 win, 8 losses in 2020, but all time, Fnatic 22 wins to 33 losses against G2. Since G2 qualified into the league, it's G2 Esports that has been the superior team. They've won more playoff games. They've won more regular season games. They're tied in titles at 7 titles apiece. The winner of this series is sitting, waiting in the final. One of these teams, and whoever wins this, is 1 step closer to picking up the 8th title in Europe.
And it feels like that one of the main reasons why Fnatic brought Selfmade in was so that they could finally overtake G2, so that they could have more power, have more carries at their disposal. And I felt like in Game 1, we got to see that. But G2's ability to adapt, pivot, has been so difficult.
Here he goes.
To deal with. The Selfmade goes in, he's looking for Perkz. He may actually get this one.
He made the final call. Not going to be enough for the curtain call, rather. And Selfmade with the Rampage picks it up. So they get the kill, but they are still 3,000 gold down, so they need to do more of that to come back in.
But it's an important pick. I believe they got a pretty big shutdown there because that was Perkz' first death of the game as well.
Yeah, 600 for Selfmade.
But unfortunately, there's no objective on the map. And I mean, Baron's not even alive yet, so there's nothing that they can really take off the back of it, which means that while it is a good pick, it doesn't really result in anything. And again, I keep my eyes on Selfmade. It's going to be difficult for him, but Hecarim plus Orianna, if that wombo combo comes through, there's a world in which Fnatic can turn this game around.
This is really interesting how G2 are playing. They have the Rift Herald, so they gave up top jungle control while they know Nemesis is going to be pushing, so they can blast this second tower. They may even be able to walk this in to the inhibitor tower, because it is just an Ornn down here. No one's really recalling. They're canceling the recalls. Fnatic want to go to Baron.
Fnatic are making their way towards Baron. Do they commit to it?
No, they don't. Okay.
Recall's now going to start to come in. It's a risky play. And there is a bit of a redemption story as Nemesis will look for a shockwave here. One of the more criticized players on Fnatic. He gets his first kill of this game, but at what cost? Now the inhibitor turret will go down. The inhibitor's going to be focused on this. There's nothing that Fnatic can do to stop this.
So it looks initially like Pokes are just running it down, but he's just buying time. As look, G2 may actually even go for the end. People aren't even recalling yet on Fnatic.
This is insane. Here comes Hilly. He gets the double fight. Death sentence as well. With the Ignite burning, that will be a kill. Now Wonder is in trouble. Pops the powder kick. The Emperor's Divide comes back, and Jankos goes forward to the showstopper. Selfmade has arrived, and so has Nemesis. They get themselves the kill. They'll start to calm down as Fnatic will defend their base. They will be donated several kills. And really importantly, the gold is now even thanks to those shutdowns.
It is a massive blunder there for G2. They got super hyphy, they got the inhibitor, and then we're like, hey, we still have this Herald, maybe we can get something done. It was too much, and that is going to be exactly what Fnatic need, because in a minute and a half, there's an Ocean Soul coming up. So Fnatic are forcing it hard for the Baron now.
I think doing the Baron is the correct play here. There's only Pokes and
But
Mickey
Poke can
left
teleport.
alive. Yeah, he can TP, he's going to be up, and they're going to secure this one. Immediately, they're right back in it. G2 thought that they could end the game, but they get punished. And now only Pokes stand in the way of Fnatic in their first Baron of the
They
game.
will be able to secure this. Have you seen a more G2-esque decision? The Dredge Line connects onto the wall. Mickey doesn't find Reckless, but his flash is down. The Baron is picked up, and here comes the rest of Fnatic now for the fight. Mickey's inside the pit. The Lantern's available. The Shockwave comes up. That catches two. It's a fight on multiple fronts, but Fnatic are winning it. Caps forced to flash over the wall. The Sand Soldiers, the Emperor's Divide by time. Reckless finds the shot. They get Baron. They get 3 more kills. And in the blink of an eye and a punish of G2's call, Fnatic are now winning.
What is going on? G2 are just running it into Fnatic, and now Fnatic have the lead. They're going to be able to walk in. They're going to stop the Ocean Soul from coming through, and they have a strong scaling composition. They're going to have Rabadons coming through. They're going to be able to take these next fights.
Look at these levels right now. Selfmade is 14. He's the same level as Nemesis. These two carries are coming up clutch with the Death Cap being completed as well. Fnatic have been able to flip this game on its head.
I need to know how much blame or how much you put this onto G2's decision to keep pushing.
They just ran it straight down the bot lane push and then the Baron on top of that. Like, you don't have a smite. You're going to lose that every time. Just take the fight at the Ocean Soul. Now Jankos has to find a steal.
They're not going to
gonna
do it. Fnatic buy themselves more time. They are now 2,500 gold up. They were down 10 kills to 1. Now they're only down 2. And they've made back what was a 4,000 gold deficit into a 3,000 gold advantage.
Look, don't get me wrong. Both teams have very strong 5v5, have a lot of excellent scaling options. But we are now, I mean, Fnatic couldn't ask for anything more. At first, losing the inhibitor was a bad thing because that would convert into the Ocean Soul all that pressure. But now, they have a gold lead. They're taking bonus money in the bot lane. G2 can't farm the bot lane. They can't play for...
Holy shit, Pog. Dude, that was such a comeback.
Levels, and that means better items that he can hand out to his team.
You're literally seeing every single member of G2.
Hello.
Advantage. You're gonna see Wonder
Hello.
as well.
Say hi in the chat, please.
Selfmade to just run them down. We talked
It says
about
I have 5.
carry this game.
I don't know if I believe that.
And what I like in this game in comparison to the previous one, Fnatic as a team have now found a few scenarios where they can bring Reckless's Jhin into the fold. In the previous game, the discoordination or the uncoordination.
Fnatic brush, a
Ended up hurting
classic.
Will anybody fall trade?
Yes, they will.
Gets caught by the death sentence. There's the rampage from Selfmade. Curtain is called from...
Holy crap.
Showstopper goes forward. That's a kill onto Selfmade. And G2 were able to respond appropriately.
Excuse me.
Okay, we got a Clown Fiesta on our hands. Okay, both teams are just kind of tossing it back and forth right now. Fnatic, they're not going to get anything as they
This
hard
is
to
worse
grab
than
by
Salty
G2
Teemo.
Selfmade. He dives right into the fold of G2, and immediately they just get so much gold back. They're now going to reclaim some control around the map. Look at all the vision they have in their inventory. They're going to deny Fnatic so much. We're gonna take a breather because this game has just been so intense over the last 5 minutes.
Just chill out, guys. It's gonna be okay. Wait for an objective to come up because yes, both Baron and Ocean spawning in 3 minutes, and this is a time where G2 they could say, okay, we're down in gold, but we could trade an Ocean for a Baron or vice versa. They're always going to win if it's going to be a 50-50 trade. Fnatic are continue to be on a roll because now Rabadon's Death Crown, the Infinity Edge has been upgraded. The Death's Dance in one more level from Bwipo is going to be boosted up there for Selfmade, and he has a Locket, which offers so much value against both the GP and the Azir in the fights to come.
And super important, look at the levels there. Level 16 for Nemesis just came in. Bwipo's making his way. Selfmade and Reckless above everybody else on G2. Caps, the only one staying relatively close for now. At one point, there was a 2-level difference there between Selfmade and Jankos. Right now, it's actually up to 3. Selfmade goes in with the ultimate. Again, not a huge amount of follow-up here from the rest of Fnatic.
Yeah, a little bit random there. I do want to say, though, the fact that G2 gave up all those kills when they had an advantage is major, because you get such a bonus of experience when you kill champions that are higher level than you. That is what has catapulted Fnatic on top of the super minions and bottom lane into the XP lead.
And I think the reason why Selfmade used his ultimate just there was, well, he got the flash out from Perkz and the exhaust from Mickey, which is going to be huge because those summoners will not be up in the next fight, whereas Selfmade's ultimate definitely will be. So, quick shot. How good are you feeling right now?
Oh, exceptionally good.
Good, because you're going to need to cast a really big team fight that's going to happen in a minute and a half, because both of these teams need this Drake. G2 need the Soul, Fnatic want to deny the Soul, and then the Baron is spawning a few seconds before it, and this is what Ender was talking about. Both these objectives are going to be highly contested. How will they trade? How will they execute? And ultimately what these fights are going to come down to is, can Fnatic successfully get onto the backline versus how quickly does Caps and Wunder keep the backline safe while they're killing the front line of a Fnatic. This is a traditional front-to-back teamfight comp, whereas Fnatic have a little bit more dive and a little bit more wombo combo, and it ultimately comes down to, will they be able to land?
And look at that difference there in the damage profiles. Obviously expected. GP into Ornn, as well as a Hecarim into Sit. You anticipate this. 45 seconds until Ocean. I'm looking at vision here. Pretty good warding from the G2 side. A ring of vision around the pit for Fnatic, though, and no one's positioned just yet.
Just very quickly, the Infinity Edge has now just been completed on GP. That is a huge item up.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. I want to look. Okay, G2 able to get out of this, or are they, Hilly?
Oh, that's a flash already secured. Reckless holding on to his call. The Forge Guard comes out. Jankos is running so fast. Manages to escape with his life for now. Tagged by one of the shots of the curtain call. He will look for the shield and buys a couple extra seconds before Nemesis takes him down. He is now on a rampage. Mickey sidesteps a deadly flourish, gets pulled back by a shockwave, goes all the way forward with the dredge line. Spider Nautilus cares not for your Orianna. Cannon Barrage will buy some time under the inhibitor turret, but crucially, losing the jungler means Baron and Dragon are available.
Selfmade is just a raid boss charging at G2. He cannot be stopped. G2 aren't coordinated against him. We have yet to see Selfmade in a true teamfight 5v5 situation. He's just been able to use Fnatic to find picks on G2, and therefore we haven't seen the weaknesses against the peel of G2 actually come to fruition.
Fnatic are going to win this game. I was so ready at 20 minutes to just say 2-1 to G2. G2 overpress, and I believe the word was fiesta, Mr. Day.
I think I ran it down.
And I started this series getting very excited.
Okay. Okay. Why did they fucking throw the game? They fucking threw it.
But that's the whole point. It's like, whenever you see these two orgs go head to head, it's never just the game that's on screen. There's years of history, and there's so much expectation going forward. But this just creates more questions in my mind than answers.
And the one thing you can always say for sure is that you always get an exciting series when these two teams play. It's currently 13-12 in the kills. Fnatic are currently leading. They're sitting with the Baron, and they have their eyes on
the blue buff.
The blue buff.
I really thought he was going on to Caps there.
Caps was just like, oh, okay, I'm cool, we're chilling.
Well, let's see how this next few minutes of push comes in. Baron buff is available. There's not a lot of targets being hit here by Reckless. It's a show of force.
That's an L.
It's like
That's an L right there.
I don't know what kind of statement that was from Reckless.
Exceptional emote usage from Reckless, but look at the minimap. Selfmade up in the top lane, Nemesis with TP in the bottom lane, support coming in from Hilly. And with Baron empowered minions, just gonna try usher these in and try break open the G2 base.
So I'll make this next fight look even better for Fnatic, because coming into this one, it's the cheap consumables they picked up. So you have Nemesis with Elixir of Sorcery, which is going to give him a big boost of magic damage, and then you have a stopwatch on Ornn and a stopwatch on Hecarim, and the amount of time a Hecarim can buy in the backline, combined with the Death's Dance, his healing from W, the stopwatch on top, and then a Thresh Lantern to get him out, he is not going to be possible really to take down, it feels like.
Not the case.
Oh my god, what the hell? What?
Difference. Nemesis obliterates Wunder. Thank you, observers.
What the fuck was that?
Caps is now in trouble. The Sand Soldier's doing work, but you simply cannot turn it around. Now Jankos is caught inside the frame. Mickey and Perkz coming to try and help. Showstopper buys some time. That will be enough to take down Selfmade. But
Behind you!
Here comes Hilly and Nemesis. A flash away from Perkz. He's run down by Nemesis as Command Attack and Dissonance is wrecking him. He manages to make it to the fountain. Turns the damage around before Nemesis takes him out. Fnatic ace G2. Fnatic are inside the base of G2, and Fnatic catch the throw from G2 to slam it back in their faces. The Nexus turrets are going
They
to
fucking
fall,
threw.
and
They
Fnatic
threw the whole
are
goddamn
walking
game. They
away
just lost.
from the LEC Summer Finals.
That's why you never give up, though.
Exceptional performance as they're gonna go
Oh,
hunting,
they're
of course.
Fnatic are doing the G2. You camp the fountain, you kill each and every last one of you. The sad B became a happy B for Reckless. They're going to match point.
What a game!
Whoa.
If you went to get a snack or a drink, Whippo, what?
Flawless.
Oh yeah, chef's kiss.
I see nothing wrong with that game.
Honestly though, that is the type of game that can break a team. G2 had everything, a massive advantage, an inhibitor, 3 dragons going onto an Ocean Soul point. How can you throw that away, and how can you recover?
If you see the faces on G2, they are feeling it. If it was any other
They
team,
had the
it
game
would
won,
decline.
and then they
This is
lost.
the most G2
It was like a salty Teemo
I
game.
would also say that, in the wise words of G2, they'll often say, now we're in our comfort zone.
How on earth Fnatic managed to come back while G2 ran it down as they move on to match point. Fnatic 1 win away from the
Kitchen. DoorDash. Every flavor welcome.
Shishito, burrito, raw keto, fried shiso, French fry, iced chai, pad thai, baked pie, half stack, taco pack, lobster mac, baby back, pork chop, soda pop, kebab, sour top, hot pot, hungry now. Noodle soup, cantaloupe, ice cream scoop, whipped cream, blue dumpling, chicken wing, Peking, and those crispy onion rings. We are America's Kitchen, DoorDash, every flavor welcome.
Ben, you can't be an and a losing coach.
That's a charge.
Ah, yeah. Donkey, you four-eyed. Come on. Language, Opal. This is a school for. I love this game. And I love this team right here.
La primera innovación de Valvoline en aceites de motor fue crearlo y lo hemos estado reinventando desde entonces. Desde el primer aceite para carros con alto millaje a la primera mezcla sintética, están aquellos a los que el tiempo los cambia y están los que lo lideran. Valvoline.
Ooh, I want ice cream.
Seriously?
I'm gonna drive to get my ice cream.
No, you're not. Play with this.
No, I'm driving.
Really? Drinking and driving? How old are you?
I'm a big boy.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with Geico. Sorry.
Here we go, from the top, and action.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with Gecko.
Cut it.
What? What did I say? Gecko. I said Gecko. Oh. For over 75 years...
Keep it together.
I'm good. For over 70... What are you doing there? Stop making me laugh.
Geico, saving people money for over 75 years.
Don't look at me.
We'll point back to, because we remember back to the Caps, the Zig satchel. That was like a single moment, small mistakes where he could have won against Mad Lions. People remember that, but this is even worse, because this is everyone simultaneously choosing to run it down, to throw it all away. Now, maybe in their heads, they're so far ahead that there's no way that they do not close out this game, but Fnatic punish. You give them the opportunity, and they make it work. They crawl back into this game. Rekkles has been farming like a monster the entire time, and now he is powering through these team fights.
Exactly. Fnatic still took the throw. They caught the throw and then continued pushing, and in the end, Nemesis also stepped up. Rekkles did a lot with the farm that he had built up throughout that game. And now let's look at this next game and the previous 3 ones through both teams' lenses. And let's start with Fnatic, because now as Fnatic, you go from kind of rather situation that looked kind of hopeless after you kind of get stomped in game 2, then it's not going well for you in game 3, but now it's completely different, and you have an opportunity to finally turn the tides, to cast away that shadow that you've had on top of you from G2 for the last 2 years.
I mean, when we look at it, this has just been, in past years, it's been a rivalry. Everyone will point back to the double best of 5s as the strongest moment in this rivalry. Now, G2 came out on top, but this year, Fnatic have done nothing, right? These are the first 2 wins that they found against G2 the entire year, and this is massive news for them. So from a momentum standpoint, they have to be feeling good. And from a rivalry standpoint, finally, Fnatic fans can go, this is a rivalry. We are not the team that can just be ignored.
Doesn't matter how we got there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how we got there. This is not just another stepping stone for G2, and I think that that is a very big deal for the players on this team who are constantly surrounded by drama, constantly surrounded by speculation. To just be able to come out, to have a fantastic performance today, it's huge.
And the fact they went 0-7 throughout the whole year and then managed to pick up 2 wins already in this best of 5 in just 3 games, I think, like you said, the momentum's definitely in their favor. They need 1 more win to take the whole thing. So Fnatic, we know they've been creative in the playoffs against Rogue and stuff like this, so if they come up with something crazy, it's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. And in the same vein, I also don't want to go too far, because as the casters already said, any team but G2, you think, well, this is a done deal. Not G2 Esports, though. They are definitely going to fight back. Let's talk about a little bit of the keys in this series, starting with the jungle matchup, Jankos versus self-made Kadril. Who has been performing the best for you so far?
Well, I think Selfmade's been playing his scaling junglers, and he's doing a really good job. I mean, he's doing so much farming. It's crazy. This guy's having like 250 CS at like 30 minutes. It's unbelievable how much farm he's doing. And he's doing insane damage in fights. He's one-shotting Perkz when he goes for mid waves, one-shotting Perkz in team fights. But Jankos, he's doing his early game.
One-shotting Perkz.
He's one-shotting Perkz on his Hecarim. But Jankos is doing his job right. He's picking set, barring the first Lilia game. He's picking set. He's getting early game advantages. And once you're the set and you give your laners this lead, if they throw it, it's not really on you. You can't do much. You're going to be 2 levels down no matter what in these matchups.
So outside of the junglers, is there any position, Dracos, that you want to call out specifically?
I mean, the 2 positions with the most agency in any game is going to be jungles and supports, and this is no different here. Of course, Hylissang and Mickey. I think this was not necessarily the game where they stood out the most. You saw it a lot more in the previous games than this one, but still, at the end of the day, Hylissang flashing forward with Bwipo, working very well to find that turn and burn when G2 did overextend, and these are the guys that we need to look at because the Nautilus pick is very clearly important, and if there's ever a situation where Hylissang or Mickey are forced onto a Braum or forced onto a Tahm Kench, that just feels honestly like GG in draft because these guys are so crucial to getting anything done for their team.
Yeah, and you've got the keys picks on the screen here. You can see Fnatic banned out LeBlanc last time on the 1-2-3 bans on the first rotation, just so that they could blind the Orianna. I think that's something they were scared of in the game too, and that's why they defaulted to a mid-counter pick. But I think these 3 champions are so impactful right now. Nautilus, it seems to be popping off in fights, making these picks, and it's being able to roam across the map in these early, when Drake's up and stuff, is for Herald and swaps. Hecarim is farming so well. I'm not sure if G2 want to take Selfmade off it. It's looking kind of scary, but you don't want to give him Evelyn either. And the Orianna blind pick is just so strong.
And I also think, from the side of Fnatic, and we have to say Fnatic were the underdogs coming into this, so the fact that they are a game up, no matter what happens in the next game, that must give them a little bit of leeway now to go into this last draft and get, hopefully, the optimal draft to close it out, and if not, they have another chance. But G2 will want to fight back. They are again on blue side. We've seen no changes in that regard throughout the entire series, so will we get a different result in Game 4?
It'll be very interesting. G2 are a team that notoriously hide picks until they're forced to bring them out, so wouldn't be surprised to see something new, to see something special here when it really is down to the wire that they show us something that they have been working on. But at the same time, I feel like they did win that game. They did throw it away at the end of the day. So how much does G2 really feel like they need to do past pull their, foot off the gas pedal for 30 seconds when they're absolutely going to win?
That's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, I think G2's comps are good. The early game's working for them. They had 10-1 in kills. They had 3 dragons. They had bot in hit. Like, what more do you want from a draft, right?
Yeah.
I think they should run it back. There's nothing wrong with this draft. Perkz, Caps is popping off on the mages. Mickey's popping off on the roaming sports. Perkz, I think he's a little bit of a weak point for them right now. I see his CS numbers are really low compared to Reckless. I'm not sure if that's because Perkz is overgrouping or they're just giving more resources to Caps or Reckless is split pushing too much. I haven't really identified the reason for that, but I'm just curious to see if Perkz can keep up in CS.
Usually we're against the salty run back. This is kind of the sweet run back. This is, yes, we know this is working and all you have to do is close it out.
It's not salt, it's the sad run back. The sad run back is when you technically won the game and then threw it all the way. That's the sad run back. 'Cause I don't think they're upset, but they're definitely like, we could be up at match point right now. We could be closing out. We could be going to dinner early, but instead, here we are where they very likely could just lose to Fnatic here and be knocked down to face the winner of Mad or Rogue.
And let's take a small step backwards and just look at everything holistically, us watching this series as both people on the broadcast and fans. I'm so happy that this is likely going the distance.
Yeah, finally.
Oh.
This will be our first 5-game series in playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Like, we always get 3-1s. We got 3-0s.
Yeah.
I mean, this is... 5 games are always the best. Silver Scrapes is the dream. And once again, 2019 summer, the best playoffs you ever had, in my opinion. If we can get 2 5-game Fnatic versus G2 series, that is the European dream. Sorry, Mad and Rogue, but that is the European dream.
Yeah, you look at last year, it went to 5 games both times, so I think this time's going to go to 5 games too.
Let's go. I mean, Fnatic fans don't want to hear that, so we'll see what they do. Fnatic and G2 are putting on one hell of a show, and the series is far from over. Game 4 is up next, right after this.
Welcome back to the LEC Summer Playoffs. I'm Quickshot, joined by Vedius and Ender. When we started today, Fnatic was 0-7 against G2 Esports in 2020. Right now, they are 2-1 up in a best-of-5 and on the precipice of making history. If G2 win this game for the first time in 875 days, Fnatic will defeat G2 Esports in a best-of series. 875 days. That is how long Fnatic fans have been waiting for a defeat against G2.
And remember, this is what Selfmade was for. He was supposed to be the upgrade. He came in to level Fnatic up to finally take down their long-term rivals. Now they're one game away. This man has been carrying the team throughout the series. Last game, admittedly, it was gifted a little bit. Let's see if Fnatic can keep the momentum going, though.
And as Fnatic say,
we take those.
Let's turn our attention to the draft. Because G2 lost the game, they get side selection. They chose blue side, and Ender, take us away.
Yeah, it seems like we're just going to be blue-red, G2 blue, Fnatic red the entire series.
But a shift here, and we got the Nautilus ban coming out from G2.
And what this means is very likely we're dropping the Ezreal ban, and then where does Ashe fall down? Do they let Ashe through? Do they try to first pick that? Because for so much of the series, there's been 480 carry bans in every single draft phase, and that has pushed such a priority onto the Senna pick for Perkz.
Take a look at the next ban. It's going to be the Thresh and the Nautilus, so both Hook champions removed from the pool. We've seen the Braum that we do not want to see Mickey on again. And we have seen the Leona, and with a Yuumi band away, obviously that denies that potential.
So I think this Yuumi ban was directed so that there was no Thresh Yuumi, Lucian Yuumi. I've heard a lot about it being very popular right now, a really strong combination, and by removing the Yuumi, it kind of pushes that potential Lucian pick to come through.
Yeah, and with G2 leaving the Ezreal open as well in the bottom lane, like there are a lot of different things you can pair with it. So I like the Ashe now coming through from G2. We saw that do very well up against the Senna, the priority you can gain in the lane, the volley, as well as the long-range initiation, because that has been a consistent problem for G2, is facing against Fnatic's long-range engage. We saw it so much in the last game with the Hecarim, but the Ashe earlier in the series was also a big deal.
Well, let's see what they pair up with it. A lot of the main supports that we've seen in this series of Nautilus and Thresh are obviously going to be removed with Senna on the board. Fnatic, of course, going to grab that one up for Rekkles. Very confident Senna player. The question is, will they lock in a support immediately? Or will they just go I mean, they have a lot of options right now, really.
I mean, this is the first time that Senna's playing, Rekkles is playing Senna this series. He's played it 7 times throughout the course of summer and only lost 1 of those games. The Hecarim once again for Selfmade. I liked his late game Hecarim. Early game was not super strong.
Fnatic left the LeBlanc open, and now we get to see G2 in like the actual, we're going to hard stomp through mid lane, because Set with Hex Flash coming out of the Fog of War combined with the distortion forward as well as the chains from the LeBlanc is absolutely devastating, and that makes it really hard for Nemesis to survive the lane phase that he's done a good job of sustaining through thus far.
Ooh, Fnatic going to grab themselves the Leona that we saw from Mickey in Game 2. I think that it can pair up very nicely with the Senna, gives you some strong engage, and already you're seeing that self-made hilly synergy that we've often seen throughout this series, making sure that they both have champions that can dive in, provide crowd control, and set up the team to deal the damage.
And there's also that like really quick pop CC from the Leona as well when a LeBlanc tries to dive your backline. If Hylissang is positioning well to peel for his backline, he has a lot of different options if he wants to go in or not. You can quickly shut down Caps from finding the angle into causing damage into your carries.
We are going to see the Tahm Kench taken off the board. Ashe Tahm has been a very popular bot lane, and I think Fnatic showcasing good respect. Typically, we've seen a lot of top lane bans from G2. We've seen the Shen consistently banned away. We've seen the GP banned away. We're seeing the Renekton taken off the board right now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Shen also removed.
Yeah, but this is the awkward thing, is that the Gangplank will still be left open if Whippo wanted to go for that. But I mean, Orianna would be the safe pick here. It's pretty solid up into that LeBlanc matchup, and we see it pair so nicely with a Hecarim and a Leona. On the other side of things for G2, with a LeBlanc this early and the form that Wunder has been playing in, I want him to be on a carry on some sort of side lane threat, because this has been, you know, G2, when they're able to work all three lanes, put Wunder onto a carry with a Caps LeBlanc too, that's hard to deal with.
Well, the Gangplank has been banned away, and now let's see what happens, because on the other side, Fnatic have actually been banning away Irelia, Camille. They banned a couple of top lane carries throughout the course of the previous games this series, and we'll get an indication on what they want to do. They have historically throughout this series left the top lane to be more regularly the last pick option on red side. As the timer runs down, it will be the Camille, something that they have banned already.
Yeah,
wow, they're really afraid of Wunder's Camille, I feel.
I mean, and you should be too, because I think like Camille plus LeBlanc is so devastating playing together in a side lane. You know, you tag team whoever's playing down there, it can absolutely shut them down. So this Camille can be a really solid side lane option. And I think a lot of top laners in our league think with Grasp of the Undying, she's a relatively safe, blind pick in the top lane too. She's strong in the side lane and one of the best like side lane team fighting players too.
Wow. Shen is going to come out as well. So G2, once again, going very heavy anti-dive. Last game, they ran the Azir to mitigate the dive that came out from the Hecarim. This time, you have the Taric ultimate plus the Shen ultimate. So when Selfmade jumps on in, he's trying to get that execution down onto the Ashe. There's going to be a lot of protection. The question is, can Fnatic kill Perkz before that protection comes down?
And in terms of initiation, you know, they've obviously got skill shots that can land, but not the super clean or super
skill matchup.
Let's find out. There's a couple seconds left here for Fnatic. What do they run into the mid lane?
Oh!
Whoa. One second. Do you know how many times Nemesis has played Kassadin in the LEC?
Is it 4?
Yes.
3. Oh,
do you want to know
close.
how many games he's won?
It's 0.
That is correct. Ding, ding, ding. You win the quick stats competition. Can he win it today and help Fnatic take down G2?
But every time we see a Kassadin pick, yes, the idea is good. Fnatic scaling is phenomenal. But G2 are just so good at taking advantage of mid-priority. Like, if you can't clear a wave between levels 1 and 6, G2 just run away with the game. So as much as I want to see this Kassadin pick work for Fnatic, I am so afraid as to whether or not it actually will.
This game should follow a very similar story to Game 3 in the early stages. G2 tools to play around the mid lane to set the early proactivity, but then can the scaling come online for Fnatic? Can they play the side lanes? We're going to check it out and see what goes down.
Welcome back to Summoner's Rift. Let's see what can go down as G2 Esports have their backs against the wall. Lose this game, you drop to the semi-final next Saturday and wait for Rogue or Mad Lions. Win and push us to Game 5.
All right, so Kassadin. Kassadin versus LeBlanc. Often around level 11, and once Kassadin has the 2 items completed, you don't need the Seraphs fully upgraded, you just need to have it combined with something like a Rod of Ages. We'll see what itemization he goes for. Sometimes you rush the Lich Bane, but point is that around level 11, level 13, that's when Kassadin can hold his own against LeBlanc. Until then, it is just the LeBlanc show.
And can I just say, Caps has invested in the dark technology, and I am such a fan. He's starting with the Cole in the mid lane. This might look crazy, but Kassadin gets a lot of natural magic resistance, so LeBlanc actually wants to trade with her auto attacks a ton in the lane. Cole is going to allow her to do that and capitalize on that, and of course, give that 180 gold bonus when she cashes that in later.
So we may be happy with the decisions to interact with Boris from Caps today. Do have a very brief question that I want to bring up. I have been wanting to bring up a little bit, and considering it's a last pick Kassadin, taking a look at Nemesis, his regular season performance to his playoff performance. We said it in an earlier game, Nemesis is not necessarily the central figure, the central carry for Fnatic. You're looking at other players, but we have seen him stepping up his game, and we've seen some mixed performances, shall we say, this series. But definitely if you take last weekend in consideration, improvement and growth for the mid lane and for Fnatic.
I mean, Nemesis is all reliable, right? Like, you can often rely on him to not really ever die in a 1 versus 1. He's a very difficult player to punish. He's often played mages and scaling picks, and that's what he's always been known for. And then when you get to team fights, fights later, that's where he often offers a lot more value, but it feels like that against Cat. Hang on a second.
That's a lot of damage. Bwipo's going to push Wunder away, still sitting on his flash, and Wunder's going to back away and start to regen as best he can.
So, good trade there in favor of Bwipo. Looks like Wunder going to go for a very early reset. Will he invest the teleport is my question, but to come back to Nemesis very quickly, I feel like that he as a player in playoffs has definitely stepped up, and I think that his Orianna performance last game, while he was getting bullied around a lot by Caps, and it feels like the laning phase has always been the Cap show so far in this series, Nemesis is still offering value, and he best sets up Selfmade for success, and that's ultimately what you want. But right now, when you have zero priority, look, Jankos is just like, yes, I can do whatever I want because my mid laner is perma pushing, but Selfmade with the clever pathing actually is not going to have anything for Jankos to take.
Yeah, Selfmade has just been sort of running into, or Jankos rather has been running into Selfmade's jungle. It started right after red buff. He went in, took away the Gromp camp, which is a ton of EXP. So now with the Scuttle Crab, that should be his cue to level up himself towards 3, but I mean, Selfmade already 2 camps ahead of Jankos, following a similar story to last game.
And notice in the bot lane, Perkz and Mickey took the bot Scuttle Crab, which means that Selfmade isn't going to get any of that farmer XP, and this is where things start to not crumble, but, you know, he starts to fall a little bit behind, because again, junglers are very reliant on priority and pressure, and the fact that Perkz and Mickey have that push in the bot side of the map, Caps has priority in mid, means that it's a lot harder for Selfmade to do whatever he would want.
Yeah, because you see Selfmade's going to waste a little bit of extra time. He doesn't know that this actually went down. I don't think his bot lane realized what actually happened. He's like, how did Jankos, he's down here, he's up, like, what actually happened? Can cause some problems if he doesn't know where the camps are, and doesn't know that his Grump is down either. So Selfmade, very sad while standing on top of Vision the entire time.
It definitely feels bad, man, as we take another glimpse on the top lane. You know, we're pushing
Wow.
forward.
He's gonna kill him.
Wunder's gonna look for that flash, manages to get the taunt for a few seconds, down to 200 HP. That's a flash forward to the precision protocol
have
from
taunt?
Bwipo, manages to get the damage. Spirit's Refuge will buy so much time. Now, where
There it
is
is.
the hook shot? That's
Oh,
the
the
taunt that
passive!
goes in. Wunder gets taken down. That was a game of inches, but Bwipo gets a solo kill.
Oh no, Wunder full committed for that fight. Jankos was close by, but Bwipo got the passive back up and takes that bat shield to turn the trade around in a lane that was going so poorly for him. He's able to get the first blood, and now Bam Scepter should make it much easier.
Now, many may have wondered why Wunder committed the flash there. That was mainly to proc his Q, to have the sword come through as another fight kicks off bot lane.
There is indeed a lot of damage coming out. Hylissang a little bit on the retreat. Perkz still going untouched, so is Reckless. Mickey down to 150 HP. The exhaust was traded, as was the ignite. Reckless backs away relatively unscathed. Advantage to Fnatic in that fight.
Wait a second, Wunder just ran bot lane. Wunder's not going top lane at all. They want to force this fight really badly.
All right, there's Mickey trying to play the bait game. Flash is available for Reckless and Hilly. No flash for Wunder. And he's going to be unable to impact this lane.
Yeah, so, I mean, Wunder runs down here because I believe the lane was pushing away from him in the top side of the map. Jankos was pathing down here, and he would have been super vulnerable after losing his flash in the last trade. So I like the idea there from Wunder. Of course, it doesn't pan out, but it will convert into that early dragon.
So you can see here, he uses his taunt initially, gets a pretty favorable trade, and then you're going to see again when, okay, so this is where we saw Bwipo at the first. But notice here that flash in from Wunder, he's trying to get the sword to come through so that he gets that bonus damage and the bonus attack speed, and he's thinking he can win the trade here, but now he's like, oh, okay, maybe this trade isn't going as well as I want. I didn't actually have the burst damage, and then the taunt finally comes back up, but so does the shield passive from Bwipo.
Yeah, and his W was slightly late there too. Didn't block out the true damage. Here we go.
Well, damage there on to Caps. He's dropped very low, 100 HP. Nemesis picks up the kill. Jankos is arriving in time, but he simply can't turn it around. Thumbs up from the drive-by by Hilly. 700 goal up, 2 kills to 0, and they helping cast it out.
And this is exactly what you want to see from Hylissang on this Leona pick, is making moves and shutting down a lane that we were all expecting G2 to be playing around early on. Now Selfmade's up here to make sure that Bwipo can pick up the CS, and the wave's going to actually be pushing out, so Wunder is in trouble.
Let's see what happens. Selfmade doesn't have access to the onslaught just yet. Hextech Ultimatum comes down. Level 5 there from Wunder. Devastating charge into a rampage. The taunt will buy some time. One more rampage under the tower. Now Selfmade will get taken down, and the kill credit secured by Wunder. Jankos unable to get in on the assist. It's a trade 1-for-1.
Hey, check this out though. Look at the collapse. Caps pushed out.
Things are coming through though.
Has the blast cone. Bwipo very low mana and no flash himself, but I don't know if they can get the minion wave here in time.
Let's
Wait, they might not need it.
see.
Oh,
might not need it indeed. Bwipo's going to turn backwards. Caps level 6 showstopper available. There's the passive from Camille. 2 chains from Caps. And just autoing from outside of the turret range. Kill is going to be available in just a moment. Showstopper comes down. Now Nemesis trying to turn it around. Shield comes out from Jankos, and the call is retreat. Jankos and Caps make their way out. They pick themselves up 1 kill. As Caps will dash over with the Distort before he is taking too much damage from Nemesis.
What is happening to our top laners? We're almost 8 minutes into the game, and Bwipo has 26 CS.
Yeah, it's not been great.
Can we see the gold quickly? I don't even care about Shen versus Camille. I care about those two players versus the rest of the game.
Wait, they're actually not even that far behind. Like, they are for solo laners, admittedly, when you compare that to the mid laners too. What's more interesting to me is the fact that Nemesis is 2 levels up on Caps.
Because he just got like 2 waves in the top lane.
Yes, he did. So he's just been benefiting from the fact that Bwipo has been attacked in the top side of the map. He also had that early kill. This Kassadin is reaching already late game stages very quickly, and G2 need to find a way to stop it.
Fnatic and Kassa win. It is a very, very old duo, but can Nemesis buck the trend? He's got 0 wins on the champion while playing on stage. Fnatic right now, they will start off the Rift Herald as something that's kind of been G2 dominated the last few games. While that's going on, Perkz and Mickey will get themselves a number of plates in the bottom lane. You can see Rekkles and Hilly moving in that middle lane. And the gold is dead even for now.
Yeah, so right now G2 with the map split up, they have the global advantage with Shen, so I want to see Jankos maybe try to threaten a dive towards the bottom lane, but at this point with the amount of pressure Fnatic have put around mid, Caps can't get the same level of control in that lane, so he will not be able to assist in any sort of play down bottom.
Good trade there from Caps onto Nemesis, gets the chains as well. Continues trading with those autos and those Rift Walks just not landing. Nemesis unable to get any follow-up damage, but just uncontested time in this bottom lane means Perkz is able to build up a CS advantage, get, 3 or 4 plates already, and continue to hammer away on that tower.
So even though it was Fnatic that picked up the Rift Herald, it looks like G2's more than likely going to secure themselves the first tower of the game. Notice that the Camille is sitting in mid lane right now, not risking going bot because Nemesis has just reset. Will pick up the Rod of Ages, so we'll start that stacking, and now we'll see whether Nemesis will rush for the Lich Bane, which sometimes Kassadins will do to give you a slightly stronger mid-game spike, but others will then go towards the Seraph's Embrace, so it's much more of the scaling build, but you then have like full late game. You hit level 16, you basically become unkillable.
Yeah, and with the amount of EXP he got early on, like that's going to be coming a little bit earlier than I think a lot of people would expect. We'll use the Herald up here just to cash in on a couple plates. Little important, they do get that one over to Hylissang and the rest, but G2 still able to push down bot side and maybe convert them more.
Well, I was wondering if Bwipo was going to get jumped on. He was able to use that hook shot to put distance between Perkz, Mickey, and himself. 36 CS for Bwipo's Camille right now, down 30 to Wonder Shen. He does have 1 kill and 1 assist on the board. With the tower falling, G2 accelerate about 1,000 gold in the lead. They also got the first dragon, and it's 30 seconds until the next Infernal, so I want to see where Perkz and Mickey will move next.
So I think that right now, Fnatic don't want to fight. So I think that, ooh, yeah, okay, we're kind of reaching
well,
that.
Nemesis.
Flash away there, Hylissang trades his flash for Caps.
Yeah, so I was going to say, Fnatic probably don't want to force fights right now, but because Selfmade's so close to Trinity Force, Fnatic may actually just go straight for this. It looks like the Camille is actually freezing bot wave, which would be a little bit dangerous right now. Is he freezing? I mean, it's wave advantage.
He has the option to.
Yeah,
he does want to start pushing out. Here we go, Mickey.
Solar Flare lands onto Mickey. Cosmic Radiance will come down and buy just enough time for support to come in from Jankos and from Wonder. Selfmade's forced to retreat for now as Hylissang is left for dead. That's a flash fall into Nemesis. He needs to get the Rift Walk if he can. Rift Walk's underneath the tower. The blow up from Jankos. That will even out the kills, and now Hilly is going to be able to escape. Bwipo forced a flash from the Dazzle. And after Fnatic started that fight, G2 ended it.
As you rightly said, quick shot, it was Fnatic that tried to initiate that play. They tried to catch Mickey off guard, but a clutch ultimate comes through from him and it mitigates a lot of the burst that was trying to come out from Fnatic, and then Nemesis, he overextends, and now Caps is looking for the kill.
He is indeed. Nemesis, no ultimate available. Distortion damage doesn't come down, but with
Can't hit him because of the minions!
The minions are blocking so much. Selfmade, the Spirit of Dread will not be enough. It is going to be a solo kill to Caps, but it looked a little fishy for a while.
Honestly, though, if Rekkles reacted a little bit quicker and got the shield onto Selfmade, that was looking really rough. When he missed the second distortion, that was pretty brutal. Now, I think, Vettius, you're exactly onto it with Camille freezing the bot wave because she's not going to be here right off the bat. The CC doesn't come through. Selfmade can't get the fear to apply before Mickey can drop down the ultimate.
And look at Nemesis here. So he uses his initial ultimate, right? And then level 9, that cooldown is still 5 to 6 seconds, depending on how much CDR you have, which means that that's still a lot of time that G2 can use to re-engage onto him. So Nemesis feeling a little too confident that you still got to remember on the Kassadin, you don't have that much damage only at level 9, especially with this itemization, and he ends up getting punished. And if we have an opportunity, I'd love to have a look back at the XP graphs, because I want to see the difference between Caps and Nemesis again, because before it was really huge, but now you can see that XP gap has suddenly closed once again.
And even Yanko's pretty high up there. The junglers, of course, outpacing the top laners with how crazy that was. Ooh, Rekkles has to burn his cleanse in the mid lane. There wasn't even anyone behind Perkz, but he didn't necessarily know that.
And of course, when you look at it, 4 kills to 3, nearly 2,000 gold in the lead for G2. 2-0 for Jankos set. Perkz 0-0-1 got that Blade of the Rune King completed, plus 20 CS over his opposite number. The same is true for Wunder over Bwipo. And I'm following Hylissang. He's got his ultimate available, got that Zenith Blade primed and ready if they wanted to fancy a dive, but you don't really want to tower dive the Shen. Minion wave is there, and while that's going on, there's a siege in the middle lane. It looks like G2 pushing forward just a little.
Keeping an eye on what options there are right now, because very few objectives. Plates are kind of the main key that both teams are looking for, but there aren't really that many plates to play for.
No.
It'll be a Trinity Force picked up by Selfmade that I think is a big purchase, because up into...
Does Hylissang get in trouble for this one? The chains are going to connect and he's able to walk away. That was a swag Hex Flash, if ever I have seen
a
one.
really nice route coming out from Rekkles as well. Just great stuff from the Fnatic bot lane. Styling on G2 right there.
I've never seen a Hex Flash that was meant to send a message. In all the years that I've been casting. Now, let's see what happens under the tower. Caps is trying to zone away Selfmade. 3 members of G2 pushing the tower. Stand United is available. The Showstopper comes down. Facebreaker, Haymaker is being thrown out there by Jankos. The Cosmic Raiders will buy so much time. And the Stand United
Actually,
will deliver Wunder to the mid lane.
The last 3
did you see what I was eating?
exact same play from G2. Nemesis is top lane. You know what's going to happen. They've literally beaten it into you and killed you every single time. Just
Fnatic is just like, I will die for this mid lane tower, and G2's like, okay, we will take those kills. Thank you very much. There's just no need, man. Just give it up. It's fine. You can afford to lose that tower. You're going to trade it in the top side of the map. Nemesis is going to get a bunch of free XP. And again, look, he's just clocked over to level 11. He's now working towards his next major item, which I think is going to be, yes, we're going to see the Seraph. So the problem is this will delay the casting power spike a little bit longer, but let's have a look at this. So Fnatic, after Bwipo just uses E, same for Selfmade, that they can engage onto this. And I don't think Hylissang recognizes that, like, with the title, Shen or Dive becomes so easy for them to execute.
Yeah, because the Shen ult is what actually gives time.
They're cheese tortellinis with peppers, and then also put some beef stock in it with some Lauris and some garlic salt.
Trevor, do you remember during the regular season you started that trend with the why?
Yes.
So this is one of those games where Fnatic don't need to do anything. They scale really well. They have like much better late game than their opposition. They just need to sit back and relax. And I feel like that was a situation where they forced a fight that they just did not need to.
So just to make sure I'm understanding it correctly, why are you defending the outer turret in the mid lane? Is that the best summary there?
You nailed it. You're like 2 minutes late, but yes.
Yeah, yes.
Perfect.
Correct.
You know, I'm not the fastest learner, right? Despite what
Neither
the
in lane.
implies. Look,
Maybe in game 5.
Fnatic are down nearly 3,000 gold. 2 dragons as well. It's 30 seconds until the next mountain, until the mountain drake spawns, correction. Nemesis, by the way, is pushing the bottom outer turret. That's going to be the Flash Zenith Blade. There wasn't an expectation from Selfmade that was going to connect, and the Spirit of Dreidel by some time. Here comes Nemesis. 50% of his mana pool available. That was the flash and the ultimate committed from Selfmade and Hilly 20 seconds before Dragonfight.
So one of the important things to remember about Taric, hang on, Rekkles might die.
Well, let's find out. Enchanted Crystal is on cooldown. Perkz cannot fire that one out. Jankos continues to push forward. Showstopper's available too.
Hello,
Hylissang is inside the pit. Gets caught by the distortion, the ethereal chains, the dazzle. And that will be a dead Hylissang, secured by Caps. 3, 1, and 2, and the Drake now uncontested.
Well, G2 are able to find themselves another pick. They're going to get themselves the 3rd Drake of the game. And what kind of looked like a great start for Fnatic, with Nemesis getting that kill, with him picking up so much farm on the top side of the map, there's just been a lot of small mistakes from Fnatic that G2 have been picking over and over and over again. and now that's put them in such a commanding position.
But am I having deja vu? Because I'm almost positive Hylissang got picked right before the third Drake last game too, and again, we are on Soul Point.
Now, unlike last time, we would appreciate if G2 did not decide to play a game of catch. They should not be throwing towards Fnatic as they did in the previous game. And we need to take a look at how these next few minutes play out. However, G2 have felt a lot more coordinated, clean, brutal this game and how they're approaching it.
I mean, what I am happy about is that I think that we're getting to see Fnatic definitely level up from what we saw from the regular season. That is a given, right? They're going toe-to-toe with G2. The problem is they are making these very small mistakes that are consistently getting punished and capitalized on by the side of G2. Now again, want to reinforce, their comp scales extremely well, and it only takes one big mistake from G2 for Fnatic to suddenly reclaim control over this game. Level 16 Kassadin is something that is as old as League of Legends itself, right? You can never disrespect it. It is a guaranteed late game win condition, and Nemesis is only 4 levels away. The question is, what can G2 in those 4 levels?
Yeah, I mean, can Nemesis get there in time? Can he survive long enough is going to be a better question. Historically, the answer has been no. Nemesis is solo in the bottom lane. He will be taking this tower the second of the game for Fnatic, but G2 are securing the 4th of the game, and with Rift Herald, there's siege.
I've seen this before! I've seen this before!
Okay, now G2, have you learned from your mistakes? I believe that you have.
Oh,
and
they've
they're
left.
out! They're out! Ladies, gentlemen, fans at home, G2 have backed away.
Oh, no, 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 no. Stop. Get some help. Oh my god, I'm so glad they didn't throw it.
Yeah, that was really nice play there from G2, showing some caution around the inhibitor. They even held onto the teleport.
Ashley, don't embarrass me.
Baron coming onto the map with Soul Point coming in 3 minutes. Just the amount of power that they have in their solo laners is going to be super meaningful when it comes to the side of the game, because
I see. It is I that is the one who is simping. Okay, yeah, you are allowed to embarrass me.
it was Nemesis continuing to farm, trying to reach that super spooky level 16.
He's under pressure now, Caps. Jankos Wonder starting to push Nemesis. Fnatic have not taken G2 down in a best of 5 since spring split of 2018.
That's alright, just go out there and simp for all the Twitch girls. Are you Pokemon's boyfriend? Are you actually Pokemon's boyfriend?
Another engage comes through from Fnatic that just leaves Endra and I scratching our heads. They tried to dive into this Ashe, and the first thing we said in draft was there is so much peel for this Ashe. Unless the entire Fnatic lineup is committing to this play, there's no way in which they're going to be able to make that work, and G2 pick themselves up 2 free kills.
And for fans that maybe are just joining us and haven't seen, this is the second game of the 4 that we've seen thus far. We're Rekkles at 20 minutes, it's 0-0-0. The team is not playing in a way to enable them or to facilitate one another, and they keep getting caught out.
Fnatic have to play an in-and-out style of team fight. When it's just a Hecarim, it's all in. He cannot really get out at this time of the fight. You have to wait out the Cosmic Radiance. That's where a Kassadin pick works, because after you bait that out, you can pop out and look for the re-engage a little bit later, but Fnatic are at such a deficit at this point into the game. Every single engage is a lost one, and they have to pick and choose their battles, because this wasn't even for an objective. They were going to lose that tower regardless. This next fight around a dragon, around the Baron, if they have to give it up, that's what will decide the game.
7,000 gold, 7 towers secured, 7 extra kills, and a Mountain Soul available in 13 seconds. Fnatic feeling the pressure, and they are setting up, but historically, they've been caught out. Selfmade goes in, there is some support coming. The Stand United is unavailable for now. The rest of Fnatic continue to chase. Perkz is in trouble, goes low, does not go down. They can't kill him, there's not enough damage connecting, and now Caps is going to look to clean this one up. He goes unstoppable, Hilly drops.
I'm starting Twitter drama.
Rift walks to safety, Soul to G2.
Oh, jeez. Where did it go?
I hope you watch that in detail because that was exquisite from Mickey and Wonder. The utilization of the Spirit's Refuge, the stun.
There it is. Jeez.
That are going to come out from Mickey as he's just beating off these divers that are coming on top of him. Like,
I was starting Twitter drama.
Perks alive, and then he dishes out the damage to win that fight.
It is just ruthless too because Fnatic.
I could have showed that Twitter.
That is Reckless doesn't get it. He has no mana either. He has to go back to base. Sure, there's a ward on this objective, but the jungler is just now spawning, and this will certainly be going down here.
This game is bigger than just round 2 playoffs. Obviously looking at Worlds, obviously setting expectations. Caps is chasing.
I was making fun of Connor. We're gonna go watch him later. Like, I'm gonna rate him. He's awesome. Yeah, of course I'm starting drama. I'm gonna start some drama, and I'm gonna go in there and call him awesome. He's gonna be like, no, you're awesome. And I'm gonna be like, no, you're awesome. Yeah, I didn't start it. He started it. I just finished it. See, he was the OP. If he says something back to me, I'm gonna say, you're not my real dad. No, you're not my real daddy. Oh god, no, not DMs. Sorry. Oh god, I forgot. It's cool.
Alright, so we'll get back to that point in a second because I really want to highlight what Mickey and Wonder do here. So the first is that Mickey is going to try and land the stun after the Ash Arrow connects, right?
There.
Perks gets a nice big shot
Okay.
after his runes as well. The stun does land. Good setup onto Whippo. But then just watch what Mickey and Wonder do, right? So at this point you're thinking, oh, Perks is definitely dead. Good use of the cleanse. But the Spirit's Refuge comes in to mitigate. Look at all the heals coming out from Mickey as well as he just keeps hitting all these melee champions. And on top of that, the stun connects as well. Just the combination of the two to keep Perks alive. That is how you peel for your AD carry. That's also what makes this so difficult for Fnatic.
Oh yeah, no, I am starting drama. As the great President Trump would say, no media is bad media. What is he? I don't know. I'm not an asshole.
Anticipate that one. He gets shut down. Solarflare did nothing. That is a gigantic taunt coming out from Wonder. The Cosmic Radiance buys time. 1, 2, 3 Fnatic members falling like flies as G2 will take down the Nexus, will take down Fnatic, and will bounce back from a monumental throw in Game 3.
Yeah.
Alright,
let's go.
Hey, hold on a second. Let me show you Connor. Since we got the win on that, hold on a second. I want to show you guys something. No, Jesus Christ. Where did it go? Ross Boom Socks. I'm gonna have to go to Twitter and find it. Here we go. Y'all just straight simping in the damn comments. Alright, anywho. Yeah, this is Connor. Been watching him for a little while on Twitch. It's kind of nice hanging out with him. He's really cool. He streams kind of early in the US, so you had to catch him around 1 or 2. This, well, you can see the title of it, but hey Ashley, I'll answer this for you. Yes. How many followers are we at now? There we go. Oh, jeez. Is that even updated? Holy shit. It really hasn't teared up at all. Holy shit. That's sick as hell. Yeah. Sorry, that mic was so high. Okay, does this sound a little bit better? It seemed kind of loud to me. But I don't know. Is this loud? Can you guys hear me at least? Okay, awesome. Oh god. Yeah, but Connor's great. This is the person I'm having a Twitter drama with. I'm gonna continue it. He's such a nice guy. Would anybody like to try some of my home cooking?
Impressia with the juicy raid. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You love to see it. How you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope the stream went swimmingly. Feet up. You gotta drop that. I'm playing
Well, see, this is the person that I'm starting Twitter drama with. He's my favorite. He's actually like the only person I actually watch besides Uvi and Hasanabi. I don't really watch many streamers. Oh.
That guy Harry and Rosachi, good to see both of you. I hope you're doing well. And of course Impressia.
But yes, that blew my mind earlier. All the Toxic League players just went to DBD.
Suffered for years. I actually played Scratch Mirror on the game at one point. I put in a map offering this time of Hawkins, but it didn't seem to go as well as I was hoping it would.
I've been playing, what's that Silent Hill guy? Pyramid Head? Yeah, that's it. I've been playing Pyramid Head. Alright, let's get back to these guys. But yes, I played Pyramid Head for a little while. Oh, honey, he already treats me like that. Yes, only the best for the queen. Speaking of which, give me some biddies or something. Give me my first $1. Donate to me. I'm gonna be like one of those simps that just say, give me money. If you like my entertainment, give me money. I'm just kidding, you don't have to. This is about supporting other people, not me. I'm fine. The stream quality could be better, but that'll come with time. No, somebody just followed? 2 minutes ago, just followed. Awesome. Hold on a second, I need to put the alert box in here. Here we go. Alert box. Right in the middle. Right? That's where the alert box goes? Test widgets. Look at that. I'm a fucking streamer now. I'm a fucking streamer now. Look at this. I understand why what's his name had so much problems with, you know. Oh shit, 24. 24 followers to my 50 goal. I need 50. Alright, I don't care about anything else. I just want 50 followers right now. Ashley's my bestest friend in the whole entire world. She's in here simping for me, so you'd simp for me. You guys are simps. Ashley. Ashley, why? Why, Ashley? Ashley. This is cute. I like it. I'm just gonna pretend like I don't. She. Chat. Y'all are beautiful. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I really like it. This makes me feel good. Game 5. Let's go. Damn, it's already almost 3 o'clock. What the fuck? No, you're beautiful. Yeah, what do you think about that? That's what I say. Alright, we got 2 minutes to the next match. Round number 5. By the way, instead of actually giving me money, you guys should actually be giving money to Hurricane. It's super sad. Hurricane. For seconds. Are they battle rapping again? Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh shit. It's the last game. Alright, after this game, we're gonna go raid Ross Boomsocks, just because Ross Boomsocks. Yes. Actually, it is. Actually. Yeah, this will be the last game I watch, and I'm gonna raid with you guys, and then watch Connor Sparky. Well. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to get my mic to stand up. I think I have an idea. There we go. No. Stop. Give me some biddies. Take your mom's credit card for Fortnite. Give me 100 biddies. Which is it, like $1? Yeah. Yes. Be right back in a second.
And if you're a Fnatic fan, what do you want Nemesis on? He's undefeated on Lucian in playoffs. He's got a 17 KDA. Admittedly, it was 2 games. It's found itself in the ban pool multiple times. But Nemesis, it is now or never. It's not just the finals on the line. The whole world is watching. And the question is, how good can you play?
Nemesis has been given the lane bully. He's been given a lot here too, but this pick always means Selfmade is going to be AP champion in the jungle. The Lilia is the first ban away. I would not be surprised to see a Karthus banned out here too. And now it's for Selfmade way down the priority list.
Tom Kenchi's actually still up. I think it's not a terrible pick here for G2 if they want to get themselves the Ornn alongside that. But I think right now their ban is going to have to be the Karthus. Fnatic can then look to something like the Gragas. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. When I think of AP junglers, I'm thinking Echo, Gragas, Diana, and on the 3, Gragas makes the most sense when it acts as an engage. And I think that under the assumption that G2 are likely to go for an Ornn, as they need a slightly more reliable way to start fights off outside of the Ashe Arrow, then Fnatic likely want to save their last pick for the counter, which will probably end up being the GP.
Yeah, and I mean, if it is a Gragas come through, you then have some gank opportunities that Selfmade hasn't really felt early on into the game. It will be the Gragas locked in. That means Predator Boots are very likely for him to play around. But now, I mean, we're talking about the Tom Kench. Tom Kench, not a great answer into the Gragas. His ultimate offers you many tools here. So, dare I say it,
maybe the
is this
better.
the Mickey X from Runback?
Maybe the Braum is better.
I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. We felt so strongly that we didn't want this off the game. Why? Now, compositionally speaking.
Honk. Alright, I'm back. Had to go get me a drink. Stay hydrated, gamers. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Oh, really? Ashley? Did you really? Stop. Get some help. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Go ahead. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Yeah, wet and gushy. I'm right there with you. If you're cold, they're cold. Bring them in and warm them up. I have no idea how to use Icebreaker, so I'll just give you this one. Alright, what we got here? Let's look. Okay, so we have Gangplank, Gragas, Lucian, Senna, Thresh. Wow, they got Lucian, Senna, and Thresh. I would. In fact, I already have. Anywho. On the blue side, we have Orange Set. Oh, my boyfriend. My boyfriend Set. Look at him. Look at him. He's so damn adorable. Moving to theater mode. LeBlanc, Ash, Braum. Oh my god, that should be the Uwu emote. Whap, 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 whap. Whapped him. Whap, 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 whap. Look, we're almost at 50% of the goal. I just now noticed we're at 48%. Ever feel like everybody that's stuck in this coronavirus just kind of feels necessary to get online now? And social media is driving people crazier. Like Twitch and YouTube are great, for most of the part. But like, I'm talking about like Twitter and Facebook. Facebook is god awful. I would, if I was ever offered to work for Facebook, I would tell them no. Zuck can suck it. It's gonna be Fnatic. Now you can probably hear the game a little bit better.
Dive was very real, especially with Bwipo having access to his ulti, but Fnatic choose not to pull the trigger. Jankos will now finally get around to clearing his red buff. Definitely a little bit overdue, but he's sitting with a level advantage over Selfmade right now, and Fnatic with a slight gold lead.
I will say though that because of the ultimate threat from Bwipo as well as Nemesis and Selfmade constantly, twice now trying to move into that bottom lane.
Is it the chicken or the
Jankos
egg?
has not been able to play for the early Drake like Rabs was talking
Sorry,
about.
I'm
So we're in
getting
a very real
distracted by my
situation where
memes.
Around the 8-minute mark, we're resetting and not actually pathing into the top lane. We're going to be pathing back towards bot side. Now, Jankos is here in the river first, and I think with Mickey to follow him first there as well, they'll have the vision to potentially be able to set that up, but I think they might want to wait until Wonder's team
He's using mecha
And if
set.
Jankos continues to find impact this game,
Ooh, a different color
then start
mecha
to
set. Purple
question
mecha set
Fnatic's
is
answer
cool.
to it. They chose to let that one go through. Mickey will be able to roam.
Nice
and this
play.
was Fnatic's bottom lane. They managed to get their recall pickaxe and tier secured, and Hilly and Reckless will just do a brief drive-by in that middle lane. Fnatic are falling a little further behind as far as the gold is concerned, and CS advantages, however minor, being picked up in the top.
Hello, is there anybody out there?
Are behind G2, but that's closer than I thought. Based on G2's throw and then a commanding game 4 performance, I was expecting chat to be a lot more G2 sided, but clearly there are still a lot of Fnatic faithful fans out there. And
That's right, Fnatic's gonna
do have
win.
a shot with the draft that they have gotten themselves. The gold, of course, still very even.
He's not in the army.
Bwipo yet to use
Not
his
that
ultimate
one.
anyway for a play, but we see that the bot lane of G2
cut
already
it,
on
cut
the
it,
road.
cut it, cut
I
it,
mean, this
cut
is
it.
the most competitive Fnatic have been in 12 months against G2. So, rightful for the Fnatic fans to come out in support. But look at G2.
Different
moves.
guy.
You've got Jankos soloing out the Rift Herald. You've got the duo lane from G2 pushing forward. Level 6 secured for perks. And they'll just usher that minion wave in. And this will allow the recall from Caps. No TP available to him. And it doesn't look like they'll lose too much as that wave is just about to hit the tower.
Yeah, so G2 have been controlling vision around mid lane very, very well, cascading that pressure into the early Rift Herald for Jankos as well.
He was just gonna league. We were just playing league games yesterday. That was all that was.
In this bottom lane, yeah, he'll pick up some farm underneath that bot lane tower, but this is going to be the Reckless again that probably will pick up some plates when they eventually swap and get out to a lead, but we have not seen Reckless's advantages actually transitioned into anything meaningful for the rest of Fnatic.
That's very true. Last game we saw him sitting at a 0-0-0 scoreline once again, and we do see a bit of action in the bot lane.
So much damage onto Mickey. Stays alive a few seconds longer. The exhaust in the
comes
Kia
His.
keeps him up, and the barrel won't be able to pick up the kill. Hellesang's over the wall. Selfmade's got flash available to him. That's the body slam flash combination. And here come the rest of G2. The root is going to be big. The death sentence into the play. Hellesang trying to turn this one around. Reckless throws down the Dawning Shadow, and that does so much damage onto G2. Fnatic get the kill and get away.
It's a huge save right there to keep Selfmade alive. It looks like he was almost surely going to go die once Braum applied the passive to him. But I think Reckless showed up, the hook as well from Hylissang, and they get
Bad
out.
for Wonder.
Searing charge didn't find its target. He must survive as observers will throw up the replay.
Let's have a look. So the hook does land on the Braum. He takes a huge chunk of damage. The stun does come down, and a clutch exhaust actually mitigates a lot of it.
Watch this play. Watch this play. Watch. He comes in and flashes and body slams at the same time.
But the Gangplank ultimate comes in clutch, along with this hook that lands onto Caps, rooting him in place, means that the damage isn't there onto Selfmade, and Perked realizes, okay, I don't have any mana left to commit to this, so beautifully well played from the bot lane of Fnatic there to stop Caps from getting that execute.
And now Fnatic may be able to
Ooh, a sniper. You ever play Valorant?
for now, because Wonder just used his teleport to get back into the top lane. This is the second time now he's used that ability to make it up to the top side.
Because boy, if you ever play Valorant, you're good at it. I'm a simp for you.
Caps here, just using the distortion over the wall. If you look at the river, 1, 2, 3, 4 members apiece inside. Mickey's going to tag Reckless though.
Bwipo does have teleport, whereas Wonder does not.
Let's find out what happens. Fnatic able to secure the first dragon of the game. That is a Cloud. Infernal is next, which means we're going to get a mountain or an
Fnatic,
ocean
Fnatic, Fnatic,
Lantern will
Fnatic.
be used to bring in some threat, but no further follow-up. G2, despite their posturing, unable to contest Dragon.
This is exactly what Fnatic want, though. They've slowed down the G2 Dragon game that you're supposed to be able to get with this power mid jungle 2 versus 2. Selfmade's been able to get to level 7, all the way past the 6 point, and this Balling's doing just fine too. So Fnatic very much in a solid position. Even though this game does remain close, I think getting that first Drake is a big swing.
I agree with you, Ender, and I think that right now Fnatic is feeling comfortable. Gangplank ultimate not up just yet, but you can see that Bwipo playing very defensively because he knows that Set's in the top side of the map. LeBlanc also looking for a roam up top, and Fnatic looking to make the cross map. Selfmade, he will spot out.
Oh, he doesn't see him, the vision.
He doesn't.
The vision does not see the recall from Mickey. Bwipo respecting the potential dive, he backs away, so he does not concede another death. Or any
Giving this
death.
gold to Wonder?
That
Okay,
is...
oh, it looks like Caps catching on somehow. I don't know if it was just the global turret or not, but...
Okay, so significantly slower early game than the two previous. Jankos, despite his impact in mid onto Nemesis, has been unable to accelerate that further. And
G2 is
Fnatic,
ahead in
while they
gold,
are
but
down
Fnatic is a
a
lot
tower
better
right
at team
now,
fighting.
They are much more competitive and trading blow for blow. Thus far, 12 minutes into the game, down 700. They got a bunch of plates in that bottom lane. And the Rift Herald took the top tower.
Yeah, I mean, now would be a great chance, or a great time for us to check out the gold between these two teams and the players. If we could get that up on our screens, because the constant for Fnatic has been Rekkles gets so much gold down in the bottom lane, but the solo lanes of G2 are the ones that continually claw out advantages. We're seeing that again with Wonder and Caps, especially on this LeBlanc. With an edge, he will be able to convert that into a lot more.
One of the trends that we've also been seeing is, oh, hang on, they know he's there.
Rekkles is going to be able to flash away.
Nice sidestep, very
Summon a
nice.
spell secured for only regular spells.
Ooh, bit of a BM with the B there. I respect it, Rekkles, as he's able to sidestep Caps' aggression. But again, the thing that I want to highlight is that typically in this series we've seen Selfmade on a carry, and that's where the other gold advantages have been coming from, because he power farms, he plays for himself, he gets early kills, and now he's on the Gragas. Gragas can make these game
Ashley
plays, but
is
the onus to carry is not on Selfmade right now.
with
It's
my
on
best
the,
friend
on
Sam.
the shoulders of Nemesis as Fnatic look to play.
My
in
bestest
bot
friend in
once
the
again.
whole
He's
wide
going to be able
world.
to flash away from the death sentence. That saves his life.
My bestest
Lasting
friend.
Embrace. Last Embrace rather didn't slow down or root perks, so he escapes as well. And to go back to what you were saying, Vedius, it's kind of indicative of how these teams play stylistically. You know, G2, when they made it to the World Final last year, when they won MSI, it was off the back of exceptionally strong solo laners. Now Caps is going to be forcing Nemesis away.
Yep.
That is how G2 made a name for themselves last year.
I wonder if Nemesis flashed there because he didn't realize Caps, that was the clone W right there going forward, because he used the W first to come in. He didn't quite have the burst damage to finish him off, but they're just running this all the way into the top lane.
Now Bwipo's in trouble. Flash is available to him. Cannon Barrage as well. There's no support from anyone else. The Powder Keg will buy some time. While that's going on, Fnatic are going to take a tower in the bottom lane, and Bwipo is just taking them on a run. Cue the, is it Benny Hill music?
That's the one.
And he's running for his life.
Might
Another
just
Powder
try to
Keg
get an
will come out.
execute here, but he's not going to get it, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. Barrel will
Minion's
get
getting in the
interrupted.
way.
Minion blocking Caps. He continues to take them on a run. While that's going on, Fnatic are pushing down the bottom lane. It's a dead even game thus far. And that will be the
Eventually,
kill secured
surely
for
it'll
Caps.
happen. Come on.
Wait a minute, will it?
A lot
Yes,
of
it will.
damage.
They'll
Yep,
give it to
Perks and
Perks.
Mickey arrive as well, and that's maybe even more problematic. Kill secured there by Caps after wasting a lot of time. So much time that Rekkles and Hilly get into the inner turrets.
Exactly that. They're able to push in through bot. They'll be able to move into the bot side jungle, rotate up into mid, and potentially threaten this tower. But Jankos securing this Rift Herald now means that G2, after a quick reset, can look to take the mid tower themselves.
Yeah, so, okay, we're going to get the cinematic angle on this one.
All right,
Slaughters the
observers.
innocent minions. Okay, have your fun.
We can see Caps here.
Okay, now to bring us back into Game 5 of G2 versus Fnatic, thank you for that wild ride across the
Oh my
Rift.
god.
It is still a
Oh my god, these guys are
advantage
such
to
nerds.
G2 Esports.
I love
Winner goes
them.
to finals next
They're
Sunday.
so
The
adorable.
loser plays Rogue or Mad next Saturday. And I said this at the beginning of the game, I said this 30 minutes ago. The world is watching. What we're trying to see here is how our representatives that will place first, second, or third in seeding for the World Championships are going to shape up. And I'm happy to see Fnatic bouncing back after two very difficult games. They've got an element of control. They've managed to handle the early death by Nemesis. And they are just marginally behind G2 right now.
I mean, let's kind of recap the series, right? Because in game 1, Fnatic at this point in the game was pretty much in sole control, and it was G2 constantly playing on the back foot. Don't have time, arrow lands.
Rekkles instantly cleanses away. Hylissang does have flash available to him. He's holding on to it for now. Gets tagged by Winter's Bite despite the death sentence. Manages to double flay into the box. Cannon Barrage comes down. Selfmade gets the body slam. Barrel. Mickey's in trouble. Stays alive. Burnt down. That's the kill secured by Hilly. Now Jankos is trying to run amok inside the jungle of Fnatic. Rekkles stays alive to find the lantern and escape. Selfmade stays up just long enough for Nemesis to get in. The culling only takes out the clone before Caps takes him down. It's a 1-for-1 inside the jungle, and everything.
And it's not over yet. They're going to find Bwipo with the slows.
They absolutely are. Bwipo is now in trouble from the Rangers' focus. He's forced to flash away. Wonder's going to look for the Searing Charge if he can. Bellows Breath available to him. Bwipo gets pulled backwards, Haymaker to the face, and he's taken down. But it is at the cost of Caps. Another 1-for-1.
What happened to Caps? We're going to have to get a replay of that because this initially looked like it was just kill after kill after kill going in favor of G2. But Fnatic were able to get one back. Let's have a look here. The arrow does initiate onto Rekkles, and this is where Fnatic is on the retreat.
Yeah, but look, like it is a very split up fight, so the arrow does come through, but Ashe is not ready to fight. It is just Caps and Mickey who have a lot of damage, but with the Senna's shield and healing coming through, Caps cannot 100-0 Hylissang. This is where Selfmade comes in and of course trades, and this Jankos play, you can't follow up off it, because again, it's Caps. He doesn't really have the AoE damage without that jump forward coming through.
Selfmade Jankos must have assumed that Caps had that kill, which is why he immediately turned on to Selfmade there. And of course, once Selfmade does die,
so close.
Not able to get. Look at how low these bot laners are, and this must be where Caps commits to the kill, uses his W. Just comes off cooldown. He knows where Hylissang is.
I don't think he knows it. Hylissang got the heal though.
Oh
no!
You beauty!
Good hook there. Happy B for Rekkles, that's for sure. But it is, at the end of the day, 4 kills to 3 in favor of G2. Gold's still very even.
Nearly 20 minutes into the game, 1 dragon apiece. Gold is irrelevant at this point. 4 kills to 3. The thing that is important to call out is G2 2-tower advantage over Fnatic. While that is standing gold, it will unlock some more possibilities for G2 to play around. And this is the tension that we wanted in a Game 5 between these two organizations. This is the next move here for G2 as they start to push forward. There is a wave from Bwipo being ushered into the top lane, and it looks like Nemesis is going to catch in the bottom lane.
Keep in mind, like, fights will break out so quickly in this game. Both teams have really solid long-range engage options. With G2, you have the Ornn and the Ashe. Fnatic, they of course have the Cannon Barrage, and Selfmade with the Predator can run you down. So this game will come down to who can gain control over mid, it feels like, and transition that into pressure inside lane.
Follower.
Thank you. As these outer turrets start to fall down.
Thank you.
That's why I feel like G2 are in an advantage state because all the outer turrets have fallen, is because it opens up so much more of the map for them to find picks and find these collapses onto Fnatic.
Look at these guys. Oh, Blue's bringing it back. Is G2 actually going to beat Fnatic, y'all? Oh, this is crazy. Oh, hello. Judio Jordison, thank you. Ah, wow, okay. Judio Jordison has liked the stream. Oh, is this multi-stream? Hello? 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 Welcome. Welcome. Yes, you are a king, Prince Simp.
And they're able to find that initial pick, but Fnatic answer back. They go toe-to-toe with G2. This is what we wanted to see in Game 5.
You're a little baby man. Baby man.
G2 ahead in towers.
Oh, she's getting the Krugs. Great, Perks. That's great. You were behind. Oh, shit. Hello. Hello. I think I'm getting some YouTube love. Or Facebook. I can't really tell. Somebody say something in chat. If you're in Facebook or whatever.
huge ultimate. We don't have time because we've got another fight.
And this is exactly what you were saying, Ender. The fights will break out constantly.
Oh no,
everywhere
Caps
on
is
the
right
map.
there.
Hello.
Caps is gonna flash
Thank
over the wall
you.
instantaneously. No crowd control to lock him down. 6 kills.
Who are these
6 against
simps?
Imperial Chains.
Welcome.
Reckless, and the ECA
Welcome to the
follow-up.
simps.
Showstopper will bring Bwipo further
You're
back.
all my
No
simps.
damage to connect onto him. Bwipo continues to run for his life.
Y'all be
Wondering if he's gonna
simping
damage
hard.
the wall, but they can't
Y'all be
find
simping
him
hard
because
for
he's
me.
got damage to stick. It is an
Come follow me on Twitch too.
Arnold has just come back up.
Kusk is here.
Every single ultimate except for the Gangplank one. I think Fnatic want to re-engage us. I think they want to fight G2.
You can see right now, Caps takes a lot of damage. Here
Yeah,
comes
it says 23 viewers.
That's huge! That's massive! But Wonder has no damage to follow up. The rest of G2 are sticking onto the Ocean Dragon. The culling is melting through Wonder's HP bar. He's down, he's low, he's dead.
That's Orn dead. Oh, they are fucked.
They get themselves the dragon, and now they turn the attention onto the rest of GT. Helisank, can he find the flame? Yes, he does. Looking for the death sentence as well. Now he's in trouble though, as Hilly will get a heal. Reckless brings him back. The Dawning Shadow gives him a shield and a heal. And the
No,
rest
you're a
of Fnatic
special
continue to
simp.
chase. Powder Kegs won't find
You're a really
themselves the
special
target,
simp.
but Fnatic fight
You're my
back.
first simp.
What an intense team fight. So many things either missed, were dodged, were clutched up. This was crazy. This is where the dragon starts off. Caps gets chunked out initially. The Orn ulti comes through, but look at him from Wonder. He doesn't connect the
misses.
knockup,
He misses
which
the E.
means that the follow-up doesn't come through. G2 then can't commit to the fight, so Fnatic then just commit onto Wonder, and then this is where things get real tense.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic, G2 had been so split this entire time, so Selfmade comes into the pit. He flashes with his body slam, I think, too, for the extra damage to combo it down onto the dragon.
Oh, and that flash from Nemesis,
I mean,
too.
Caps coming into the back line, trying to finish off.
And you're
Nemesis,
smooth
very
talking.
large way. This is the game 5 everybody wanted. These fights are so insanely close. We couldn't have asked for it better.
Absolutely fantastic. 36% of you fans at home said Fnatic would win this game.
Oh gosh.
Spam in chat, FNC or G2, who will win game 5?
FNC or G2. FNC or G2.
Keep in mind,
Um,
they've still only secured 1 tower. That
I'm
is
hoping
crucial
G2
and
wins,
important.
honestly.
If G2 can take advantage
I'm hoping
of
G2
the
wins.
map control that they have, they can look to set up more picks. And when you look all the way down, the kill score.
It's so close, though.
106. Helisank's Thresh this time around has been exquisite.
And I mean, even right there, it's not flashy, but trailing behind Nemesis as he wants to fully push in the wave. There's no turrets up in the top lane. So the collapse, as we said, G2's comp wants to execute on. If there's a lantern right there, he pulls Lucian out to safety, and they're going to be fine. And that is what Fnatic need to be on point against. There's so much long-range engage options, you cannot find yourself caught out of position without a friend there to help you out.
So, it's funny, because whenever you end up in a game 5 with G2 versus Fnatic, what you often find is G2 will usually have the stronger mid-jungle, but then Fnatic often have the better scaling in the late game. And when we look at this comp from Fnatic, I think one of the biggest things is going to be this Gangplank ultimate, because note how it can easily separate and split up G2 and make it so much harder for them to actually play the 5 versus 5. So I think the longer this game goes on, the easier it actually
Oh wow,
becomes
the
for
stream
Fnatic.
looks
And the fact that
great.
They've kept things so close is only good for them.
And look at the bottom left-hand side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. 54% of you at home now believe Fnatic can win this game. I mean, it's dead even. It's 25 minutes in. Dragon is going to be up in 2 minutes. Baron is available, and the risks are so high. Fnatic have
All right, whoever gets next Baron is probably gonna win.
2018 in spring. It would be mind-boggling for them to do it today, but they do need to knock over that final Nexus. If you look at the minimap, if you look at the Rift, it is G2 that currently have control.
For G2, the fights, the game, it will come
Yeah.
down to Caps right now. He's looking for Hillsink, but he gets hooked.
Death Sentence comes in. Caps is going to be able to distort all the way back. He manages to find Jankos. Selfmade finds him. Manages to land the cast. That's the 8th kill. He also did commit the cannon barrage. So 90 seconds until Dragon. There are Fnatic members moving towards Baron, but this might be risky.
Yeah, I'm evaluating if it's worth it right now. I don't
just
think
gonna
it
clear
is.
the wards.
I think you just get as many out of towers as you can right now. Like, Perkz did a good job of pushing in mid, but Nemesis is going to secure that top tower. Fnatic is like, that's such a good pick for Fnatic. The fact that that kill went down, that's going to alleviate so much pressure. They get so much vision control around the Baron buff. They're going to be able to push in mid. Fnatic are going to feel like a lot more relaxed now that Caps is dead.
Yeah, I mean, Hylissang finding that pick there with the hook again. He's been in every single kill that Fnatic have found in this game, and for a split, a series even that's been so topsy-turvy.
Connor is streaming again on Monday. Remember that. Don't let me forget. I want to go.
Oh, I can't wait to see the discussion and the learnings from this game. 1,500 gold up off Fnatic right now, 2 towers to 4. And it does feel like the last few kills they've been able to pick up have been punishments. Like they've caught G2. They had the death bush in the red buff of G2. They responded to the tower dive top. But now Fnatic may be walking into a trap of their own. Hylissang gets caught out. The heal keeps him alive a few seconds longer, but he's down. Core of the Forge God flies across multiple members of Fnatic, and the teleport comes out from Bwipo. 9 seconds to Dragon as a numbers advantage to G2.
And so this is the biggest difference. Fnatic get a pick, but they can't convert it into much. G2 get a pick, and they can secure a Drake. But Fnatic right now, they're threatening the Baron, and they're saying, if you start that Drake, I'm going to take that Baron.
Yeah, Fnatic won't be able to commit to it, though. They do not have Thresh on the board, so they just wanted to cause the chaos a little bit, waste some of G2's time, as they still haven't fully committed. Just Perkz finishing off the Ocean. But this is where Game 5 has been different to every other game for Fnatic, because they already have 2 Drakes, so losing this one does not put them in a position where they're fighting against an Ocean Soul or Soul Point with G2. After a death
Sushi.
head back up, lick their wounds,
Oh.
and live to fight another day.
I could just imagine
When he
fans
gets
right now
back,
sitting at
he's
home,
got to give
wrapped
me
around
some of
their
that
pillow, like,
sushi.
clutching it and biting into it because
I love
of
that
how
sushi so
This
much.
game is a clincher, Andrew Vedius. There's no doubt about it. And Fnatic are just marginally in the lead. The Dragon was picked up by G2, so the 4.5-minute timer is on the table. The later we go, the easier it'll be to take that Baron as well, and it's starting to get risky.
But I think it's really worth highlighting the itemization right now, because when we look at the items for Rekkles, he is fully, well, he's got 3 online. He's upgraded the Muramana. Same for Nemesis. He's at 2.5, working towards his 3rd. And you can also see, not Infinity Edge, the Essence Reaver plus the Trinity Force on the GP. All the gold, or the vast majority, is actually on Wonder. Yes, he's at 3 items, but Caps is only at 2. We don't see the death cap from him yet. We don't actually see any upgraded on items yet coming out from the side of G2, which means that right now I just think the Fnatic is that much stronger.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, Wonder could give the upgrade to Caps' loot.
Oh, they're actually sitting on a lot of money right now.
That's true. I believe, yeah, I think they want to wait for Rabadons for the Infinity Edge too, because those items can be upgraded by Wonder.
Oh, let's see what happens as Fnatic are now pushing into the Bramble back. Still 3 minutes till Dragon. Jankos is going to step forward. Ends up winning that fight. Commits the smite to it as well. And you can just see as well, in comparison to all 4 previous games, the willingness with which to go and make those plays, to initiate fights, is not happening. We talked so much about items. Perkz just picked up the Infinity Edge. That is why...
Oh, look at the arrow!
The Enchanted Crystal Arrow. It will connect, but there was a dash as well. Gets pulled backwards. Call of the Forge God comes out. Nemesis will flash away from that one. Could a lot of damage onto Jankos. Multiple ultimates committed, and they do end up getting his flash.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
The flash, and that's ultimately all that matters, because now there's no objective.
Bruh.
They need that ultimate for anything, and on top of that, Perkz will get his upgraded Infinity Edge as well. So I think the play was worth it. Nemesis now has to be very careful, as Caps is going to be looking for him in the next.
Exactly, like
Bruh.
finding him in a side lane, and G2, the way you can watch it and look for where they want to make plays, they're going to be playing around Perkz, it feels like, or Caps, and a lot of it is going to come off of Perkz' arrow. When he has arrow, when they push out a lane, walk into the enemy jungle, look for targets, look for deep vision, because wards like that will set up picks for kills, for flashes, and future objectives.
I keep looking at the minimap, I keep looking at the vision, and it's been G2 dominated for several minutes, but they haven't been able to catch
hello.
member out of position, and it does feel like both teams
Hello.
have handshook and gone, if it's not a Dragon or a Baron, maybe we don't want to fight over it anymore. We haven't seen those dives, we haven't seen G2 even really crossing the halfway mark on the Rift. Fnatic.
Oh, I want to share this really cute picture I got today.
The Soul is not really the big threat, it's the Baron. That's going to be the biggest objective that's going to swing the game in either direction, and whoever gets that can come very close to winning the game, depending on how the team fight plays out. G2 now grouping up. You can see Gangplank in the bot lane. No teleport, but does have the ultimate. Wonder just ticks 16, which means that he has the upgraded Ornn ulti. and both teams looking for a fight. But I think G2 need to wait for that death cap to be
Where's
completed
it at?
before they go for a fight, and this might be the window where Fnatic could actually force them.
Right now, Bwipo comes back to base, gets back onto the map because he doesn't have that teleport, of course, and it will be a trade of pressure constantly. Now that Baron is the only objective on the map, one top laner or mid laner, I guess, is going to have to go back down to the bottom lane, push out that
Trying to
lane
find
fully,
it.
and that means the other team, Fnatic in this instance, can group up and get a little bit of vision back. But I think G2's attempt to get vision into the river is going to stick for them.
That's the death cap now finished for Caps. Like, this is it, gentlemen. Like, both teams are ready, right? They've entered the arena, the items are good, the levels are through. Like, both teams are poised and ready to fight, and it's all going to come down to the team fight that will decide who moves on to the finals and who ends up moving into the lower bracket.
But first, Caps is sprinting over to Wonder. He's like, come on, give me the item. Like, the death cap is good, the death crown
I can't
is even
find it.
better.
There it is.
Got it.
It is. Molten Edge upgraded for Perks. Death Crown for Caps in the middle lane. 30 seconds until the Ocean Dragon is up. It is the third one. It may not be worth throwing the entire game over, so if a team has an advantageous position, it may not be contested, but Baron is still open.
This
and
is who I
available.
sent for. Set.
We need to see whether or not either of these teams will contest. Fnatic are currently pushing through the mid lane, trying to put pressure on that tower.
Still can't take it down, though. The Drake is spawning in 7 seconds. This could be a quick shot. Arrow! Oh, it goes wide. That's a big deal.
We're both sidesteps. 1 second. Okay, Ocean Dragon has just been spawned. And Vedius and I cannot get closer to the monitors because this game is so incredibly tense. Both teams playing with an immense amount of respect. A single mistake costs the series. A single mistake costs a guaranteed first or second seed at the World Championship. More importantly, a shot at the LEC title, the 8th one for either team. Caps gets chunked out by Bwipo. The Bwipo's going in! Bwipo flashes over the wall! He's not going to be able to find Caps, though the Dragon has been peeled away. Wonder and Mickey are inside Fnatic's jungle. Caps is able to escape. Now Wonder takes damage. Perks and Jankos will be able to pick up the Ocean Dragon.
Look at Selfmade, look at Selfmade!
Waiting. The barrel will catch under Jankos, the rest of G2. Now they're starting to come together. Selfmade finds the kill. He goes golden for a few seconds, and the death sentence will not find his target. Call the Forge God will knock up Nemesis into the
Oh no. This is where they lose.
G2 members are down, but they did get the dragon. How much more? They're gonna get them all. It's going to be the kills. It's going to be the ace. It's only going to cost one. And
Oh no.
Fnatic are gonna push.
Fnatic smash G2 in the team fight. They say, forget the dragon. We're just going to go straight for the base now. It is a long time before G2 come up. Fnatic are going to break this wide open.
Fnatic are looking to end the game. Those death timers are huge. The teleport is going to come through from Bwipo. 8 seconds on Jankos. I don't know if this is the correct play from Fnatic, but they're going to go for a quick shot.
That's a lot of death timers, though. Jankos will just come up. This should be the inhibitor.
I think they can do it.
Do Fnatic keep pushing?
They can do it.
Do not pull a G2. Showstopper into the minions. That's a great.
He got the minions. He got the minions. Oh my God.
Oh shit.
You beautiful man.
Saves the game for G2.
Oh,
Ah!
from Jankos. He uses the ultimate, he uses the W, the minions are gone, Fnatic can't siege, but the jungler is dead. Oh, if Caps can interrupt the backs.
Doesn't look like he can.
G2.
Helisang will land a death sentence. Body slam. Barrel is gone. It's gone. Selfmade sends his regards and
Oh,
sends
no.
us back to the fountain. 15 kills, 5,000 gold. And it's Fnatic in the lead. It's Fnatic in control.
Trevor, I can honestly not believe this. And Jankos is still dead.
Fnatic's gonna win.
They're going for it. This is
Fnatic's gonna win.
into the advantage.
There's no one from G2 around. There's no one to stop this. Fnatic have secured the Baron with 0 contest from G2 Esports, and they are in the driving seat to pick up the series.
Oh my word. Let's have a look back at this team fight. Keep your eye on Caps versus Bwipo here. Look at how Bwipo just eliminates Caps from the fight. He stops him from doing anything, which means that the rest of Fnatic is very safe to play. They all commit. They're saying, let's kill Caps, let's kill Caps. And of course, they commit, and the fight becomes a little bit split up.
Welcome back.
G2
I'm
are
sorry.
immediately on the
I was
run.
too into the game.
And on the bottom of the fight,
Welcome
Selfmade
back.
just saw the cast. He corralled G2 down there. He made sure they could not escape here. And at the end of it, it is Bwipo that finishes the duel against Caps, snipes him out there, and Fnatic run away with the rest of the fight.
Oh my word, Fnatic played that fight so well, and they had their eyes on ending the game, and if it wasn't for Jankos, they could very well have done it. clutch stuff coming out from Fnatic. They now sit with the Baron. They have a 7k gold lead, and they are so close to finally beating their rivals in a best of 5.
For the first time in a year,
Okay.
Fnatic are looking strong against G2. We got 2 5-game series last year. And Fnatic right now looking to end this one in Game 5 as they siege the middle lane.
The difference in 2020 for Fnatic was self-made. He sits 8-1-5. Fnatic have the Baron pushing into the base now, and Caps is on the flank.
And in the final game, Nemesis gets his hands on the Lucian and sends a big message to fans. Bwipo's in trouble, got caught out. He's saying, oh! G2 turn around. Caps blows up self-made. Bwipo's already down, but Nemesis is looking for the culling. He can't find the kill until
Go, set, go!
Run away. Jankos goes low and Hilly's death sentence does not find a target. Rekkles needs to back away and will not be able to find more. Okay,
Come on, Rekkles.
What? My mouth is
No, I'm sorry,
wide
Janku.
open. Jaws on the floor. I can't believe it. I thought that was it. I thought the
Rekkles
Fnatic
is
were
the
gonna
stupid
end the
ADC.
game right then and there, but
No, Ashley's
you can't
here.
give all the credit to Caps, but the fact that he just one-shot self-made from the flank, the fact that he was able to find the opportunity was beautiful, but the
Right,
entire
Ashley?
G2 team just committed to that play. Front to back, they just ran Fnatic down.
We have 2 teams that won a team fight, and G2 got it right there. It starts off here. I think the Ornn ultimate comes soon is going to be huge after they isolate Bwipo at the start. But he actually doesn't even get the Ornn ultimate off, but it doesn't matter because Caps explodes self-made there. No Zhonya's to come.
If you're a G2 fan, you want to see that happening more and more. Caps needs to blow up members of Fnatic again and again. They are still down. There are super minions pushing in the bottom lane, and the Ocean Soul is up for
20
grabs for
seconds.
G2.
It's in 20 seconds, and Selfmade's flash is going to be up right in time for the fight. He uses it.
Hello,
It will return to
Ashley.
14, and his mission is to find Perks and Caps in the back line.
This game is too intense, man. It's so intense. Alright, Dragon, G2
This game is
might just
getting
do this one.
crazy.
Wait, what if Caps actually tries to steal it over the wall? Remember the QR combo?
That's a lot of damage. I mean, Jankos too, he has Hex Flash, and there's not a Baron for 3 minutes. This could just be a 50-50 steal and get the hell out.
Caps out. He's going to go for the try. Death Sentence almost catches him. But the Dragon is secured by Fnatic. Level heads, they pull the Dragon out of the pit. They played that one as safely as they could. The super minions, this should be the last couple of waves pushing into the base. As you can see, the respawn time at 30 seconds away. And I think the next Dragon or the next Baron could be the final play to win this game.
It's sold one way or another.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, I do think G2's comp gets a little harder to execute later on into the game because while they do have what is kind of considered a traditional front to back, their only backline really is Perks because Caps is going to want to look for flanks and ideally not hard commit to a fight, but just look for picks. The problem is if G2
Well,
don't have
I
that
really
vision,
just
it's very easy for him
said
to
that we
turn
met
around.
and that you were cute and that you were my simp, and that's all I said.
My observers are going to tell me in just a second how many stacks the center does have. But
I just said it a lot because I say things a lot.
They have a lot of damage, but they're very squishy. He has 117 sacks on the center right now. So, like, you are full late game center. Your range is insane.
I'm very
And, like,
simple.
the thing about Fnatic is, again, they have a lot of damage, a lot of range, but they're very squishy. If Caps finds anyone, he could almost one-shot pretty much any member.
He has
of
so many
Fnatic.
targets.
And keep in mind, Rekkles has been the consistent rock all year long. Consistently high performing when the pressure was on, when the back were against the wall. Hylissang and Nemesis, the players that have been discussed and debated and argued about and criticized for so much of this summer season, have stepped up. 2, 2, and 5 for Nemesis. 1, 1, and 12 for Hylissang. His death sentences and his lanterns have been game-changing. The reason we've got so much time to talk about this, both teams are committed to the Barons and the Dragon fights as G2 now starts.
I think I'm gonna
to
play some
Predator
League after
there,
this.
Used by Selfmade, and not gonna look for any initiation. Instead, Fnatic barreling down the mid lane.
The map is in a position where G2 cannot risk a fight because there's no neutral objective open. If G2 lose a fight in this position, the game ends with the priority in the lanes. Fnatic have gathered the...
It's an Ash Arrow.
Yeah,
solution.
It was witnessed, it was seen, easily dodged away with
That's a hook.
relentless pursuit, and the death sentence won't be followed.
What, are you still
Situation's
singing?
too big, there's nothing to fight for. I think the right call from Fnatic.
Your voice better not be gone tomorrow.
Love it. Just leave that up there for the rest of the game. That's exactly what you want to see. I mean, it is just teeter-totter this entire game.
The belief in G2 and the expectation that Fnatic will throw. I'm not sure if the fans are watching
You know,
the same game,
honestly,
but Fnatic are not making those
I don't care if you like are only level 1. I'll play some League with you. I'm gonna play some right after this anyway.
Especially after G2's year last year, the fact that Fnatic caused so many upsets. And right now, a very intense game 5. This game could literally go either way. Both teams fighting for that spot in the finals. And here we go.
Oh, Hylissang! Where's the death sentence? Where's the death sentence? Wonder is going to be able to escape for now. Comes down the flame, comes out as well. Dawning Shadow is good, but so is the Call of the Forge God. G2 running for their life. Showstopper brings Selfmade backwards, but the Caps are able to jump around, surround him. That's Caps! Does it! G2 Esports may have turned this one around. Reckless, the rest of Fnatic start to back away. 2 more kills to G2. The arrow tags onto Hylissang. Nemesis will get some damage down. That's the pull backwards, but it's blown up. Jankos goes down. He will get taken out from the damage from Perkz though, and now G2 turn around. The fans predicted it, and G2 are pushing.
I think G2 won it all right here, Trevor. There's 2 members alive, Nemesis and Reckless on the other side, but Caps finding 3 members in the backline with his LeBlanc. It's massive.
40-second death timer for Hylissang. 30 for Bwipo and Selfmade. The teleport is coming in from Wonder.
No, okay.
It's up to Reckless and Nemesis.
That's okay.
To defend. Mickey's gonna jump forward. The Unbreakable will time out very, very
I'm about to start to play League.
G2 Esports are pushing Nemesis. Nemesis is forced to zone away. The culling. It takes Wonder. Reckless is getting the damage down though.
Oh, I've been missing it. Holy shit, G2 is coming back.
But they don't get the game. They don't get the series. G2
Set.
advance to finals.
How in the world did that
Set.
comes up so clutch? The Drake now spawns in 35 seconds. Wonder does not have TP. He will be dead when the Drake is alive. Fnatic are very likely going to get the soul. And I'm like, what is Caps doing right now? Is he looking for a pick? Is he looking to clear out the wave?
Is he looking for the
There's the ward though. It's gonna spot him out.
The back door.
He was going to find Nemesis as well. Nemesis was going to go there.
There's no ways. 43 minutes in, 13 kills to 17, 74k to 76k. You know what? The numbers don't freaking matter. The next team fight can dictate.
I thought the last team. Oh no way! But there's still wards here. Oh no!
Caps almost gets taken out. Apologies to headphone listeners. Did not intend to scream that loud.
But we're still on the dragon. The Ocean Soul is Nemesis.
Holy shit! Ah! Oh, Red is gonna win.
Versus 3, they can push into the base. Fnatic have everything they need to win the series.
I think that's it. I thought it was done and dusted. I thought G2 had won it all, but Fnatic have hold the line. They get the kill onto Caps. They secure the Ocean Soul. 5 members strong. Fnatic are looking to end it.
With the world watching, with the criticism never being higher. With Nemesis and Hylissang.
Perkz is going for the Nexus. Perkz is going for the Nexus.
Fans, they turn
Hello.
this around. Now Perkz is pushing into the base. You are kidding me. This is a 5 versus 1 base race. There's 1 cannon minion to work with. It gets interrupted. Mickey and Wonder are doing what they can. Nemesis is there to defend. Nemesis kills Perkz. And Fnatic
No, this is
turn their
over.
attention to the Nexus turret. They get 1. Stop focusing down the second. The backdoor bonus is just about to end. Fnatic, for the first time since 2018, for the first time in 875 days, Fnatic take down G2.
Oh my god! Fnatic wins! Oh shit! Hype!
What an insane
That's why you never give up.
Look at the elation on Fnatic's face. Such a hard-fought game.
Doesn't matter how far you are behind or ahead. In game, it doesn't matter.
Nemesis getting the kill onto Caps, and that will do it. That will move G2 into the lower bracket. Fnatic have locked a spot in finals.
Fnatic versus G2 never fails to deliver. Last summer in the same match, it went to 5. In the finals they met again, it went to 5 as well. These 2 teams playing just on a knife's edge in the final game.
You broke the table.
I broke the table, okay?
For the first time since 2018.
Oh my god, he actually
Fnatic
broke the
take
table.
Down G2, 875 days, a best of 5 victory. We were talking about Selfmade was supposed to make.
Alright, let's watch some Salty Timo now.
Ooh, I want ice cream.
Seriously?
I'm gonna drive to get my ice cream.
No, you're not. Play with this.
No, I'm driving.
Really? Drinking and driving? How old are you?
I'm a big boy.
Oh my god. Alright, time for some Salty Timo. Okay, looks like we're hopping right into this game. 255 rating on TR. I think it's Australia or something. It's 1825. Looks like Red's ahead by only about 3,000 gold. That's nothing in Salty Timo. Thanks for hanging out watching LEC, guys. Oh. Looks like Jax found somebody. Oh, Jax, you're about to end. Yep, there you go. It's over. And that's Pyke. Looks like Red's coming around to pressure for Dragon. Pyke's still over here farming for some reason. As a Pyke. He's not even mid, he's support. Okay. Looks like Red's gonna try to get Dragon. Urgot's coming in, but there's a 2v1 right there. Just got a 2v2. Lee Sin just came in. Oh, Blue Beam Smite steal. Holy shit. And Misfortune with the ult. Well, Lee Sin still goes down. Kassadin comes in. He gets a big old burst. But then he gets blasted by Malphite. Urgot went in. Now he's getting blasted down. Here comes Pyke. Oh. Alright, we're just gonna rage. We're just gonna raid somebody. It's fine. I'm kind of tired. I need to go get a nap. I want a clip. See, who's still on. Oh, it's Bernie Sanders. Okay. I'm gonna go raid Bernie Sanders.